no question you're a dime. All I wanna do is make you feel alright.
Big up the Tidal, man. They giving our viewers 60 days free on Tidal.
60 days free.
It's Tidal.com/drinkchamps.
There we go, goddammit. What it good be, hoping this with it's your boy NORE.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is Drink Champs, motherfucking Yappy Hour. Make some noise! Now, I have two of the most infamous people I know together.
Damn, he went straight to the infamous.
We got allegedly
in there too?
Allegedly, the guy who we heard used to take the juice. And then we got the guy who gives the juice.
Which one would that be?
Wow. We don't know which one is which.
Wow. I think I take him.
We don't know which one is which, but let me just tell you something. I want to big this brother up to the left of me, Big Shawn, one of the Little Shawn. Put hickeys on your neck like Little Shawn. And he was one of the most relentless dudes out there. Brooklyn, phenomenal. Did not tell, not once. He could have told a lot. He did not tell, not once. We have to respect that. Stood up, has stories with Tupac, has stories with Biggie, and has stories all the fuck around. And now he's a positive brother. Like in my mind, he's my trainer. In my mind. And then
I got the meal plan. I just haven't used it yet. But I got the meal plan. I got the meal plan.
And then I got the next brother that's standing to me. Now he was a young brother from Queens, New York. In my mind, I don't know if you're not from Queens.
Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn. But in my mind,
so that's the Brooklyn side right there.
Started out. And he went from the little guy on the block. Cause you know they're all related. All the jewelry guy niggas, they're all related. They're all like brothers, cousins, sisters, cousins. Facts. Real shit. You know, I know, right? He was the little guy. Right. And I'm gonna tell you, I seen him at Pharrell's concert in Philadelphia. And he looked at my old jury and he said, I gotta make you right. And I did. Yeah, right. So let's make some noise for Lil Shawn, motherfucking rap me on the corner. So I wanna start with both of you brothers, right? Because we're both from New York City. And you have like, I can't front, your waves is spinning.
Can you see him?
No, I can see him, bro. Your waves is fucking me up right now. I'm gonna be honest, my dude. That's like some up north shit right there. I went too far? yo, I can't, but I gotta, let's just cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. Your name is Little Shawn. In Brooklyn, you're the big homie. When you heard of a guy named Big Shawn, did you ever take it personal? Let's cut straight to the fucking point.
Nah, because
I took it personal.
Nah, you know what? Angie Martinez asked him on the air
about that specifically.
If he ever heard of me, and he was like, nah. She was like, oh nah.
See, that's why I don't fuck with them niggas.
Yeah, so you gotta meet this guy. And you know, for me, right when we came up in the game, I'm a little older than you, but we respected our elders and we did our homework. So
Absolutely.
We were following everybody that came before us.
Can I stop you for 1 second? The biggest part was you say we did our homework. But continue.
Absolutely. So, you know, with social media and the internet and these guys, and I know all the words to the new shit more than my 14-year-old.
Wow.
Right? I stay up on
because you're doing your homework.
Yeah, but I like the shit. So I don't even understand like old dudes that don't like the young shit. Right? I'm on that gangster shit. So when I hear send me the Addy, I'm hunting them down, bow, bow. Like that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to hear that.
I'm in the Pop Smoke.
Yeah, that's my neighborhood. They all from my hood. They from East Flatbush. All day, I know them.
See, I didn't even know that. I just like them because I like them.
Yeah, but that gangster shit, see, if you listen to it and it don't mean nothing to you after you hear certain words and they don't resonate, you wasn't outside doing
that's not for you.
So like for him, I ain't gonna blow him up, but for him, you know, he doing his Drink Champ shit, but we connected on the phone.
Yes, it's real
through
shit.
Buster.
Yes, real shit.
And then we were running the marathons online.
And I won't lie to you, I needed health tips at the time. and I would call you, and you would put me on. To
So this is when you was in.
No, he's still in. This nigga's not stopped.
No, I'm talking about when he was locked up.
No,
he's on.
We met when I came home.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah. So let's just because for both of you brothers, let's take it from the beginning, especially you, right? Where did you start from?
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
Flatbush, Canton Avenue.
And
my family started there.
So you started, and you wanted to do jewelry?
I didn't want to do this, no.
Because Brooklyn was not the place to have jewelry on at that time.
No.
You're going to get robbed. Albee Square Mall is not the Albee Square Mall that people think about now.
No.
So what happened? Let's take it from there. What kind of ring is that? Hold on, I'm not gonna lie. Your ring just smacked the shit out of me. Hold on, let me see. Oh my God, is that ruby?
18 karat.
It's an emerald. Look, this is what your friend Orlando be trying to say.
Come on, Green Mile.
I'm gonna be honest. The rubies that he be having is so fugazi.
What do you mean?
Look. This is our emerald. This is an emerald. This is how our emerald. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Gabe.
And that's a Cohiba that he's smoking right there.
Oh yeah, no. That's
you see, right?
Yeah. No, I got told you. So how did you start, Gabe?
It was a family business. Started in Brooklyn. I don't know if you.
Of course.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I lived down the block.
There was a furniture store, but it was like a mall, but it was a furniture/jewelry mall on Flatbush and Canton Avenue.
Get the fuck out
in the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s. That's where my family started from. We had 5 stores in the mall. I was young. I was like 9, 10.
You had 5 stores in the mall.
Yeah.
And your brother?
We started obviously one, and then second, and then second. They all wanted to see my older brother Alex. Only Alex. Right. They want to see Alex, and they don't give a fuck who it was. It was my dad, my uncles, a grandparent. They don't give a fuck. They want to see Alex.
Wow.
There was one time, Alex. We'll get into it, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll get into all of that, but at that time it was my brother Alex. That's it. They all know who, he understands who he was at that time. And I didn't really want to do this.
Oh, I know that.
But, it was just like more like, I was thrown into the fucking fire.
Oh, you're talking about the family business?
Yeah, the family business. I didn't want to. I want to become a lawyer. I didn't really want to. I like arguing.
Oh,
so I really wanted to do that.
Debating and shit.
Yeah, I'm a debater. I'm definitely.
So now, look, those Shawn. Coming from the real Brooklyn, like you're not from the gentrified Brooklyn. You're from the real Brooklyn,
East Flatbush,
and you're from the Biggie Smalls era. Now being from East Flatbush, how did you even connect with Biggie? Because Biggie's from Best Style, correct?
Right.
Okay.
So I'm from off of Church Avenue, right down the block from where his peoples had their store. All West Indian. Anything West Indian related is from East Flatbush. So the Americans was in Bed-Stuy in East New York. So when I came into the industry, Puff just got hired. So I'm from
Uptown?
Yes, I'm from Hitman Howie T. So real rock.
Hitman Howie T. Good looking G.
He can't?
Nah, man, he couldn't make it.
Come, man.
So Full Force lived around the corner.
Right.
Chubb Rock is Howie's first cousin. Special Ed was a baby down the block. So this is all the hood, right? So
you see how he's saying this so nonchalant? Like,
no, but that was
legendary shit.
Legendary shit. He just saying it like, they look like I love that. Keep
this is like late 80s though. What year is this exactly? So people
late 80s, mid to late 80s.
Right.
So then my whole surroundings, my entourage was getting money.
Right.
All right. So when I came out the house, I'm the only one that wanted to be in the music industry. Right?
Right.
So when I came out the house, my father was in the game. So I already had a couple dollars. So my first car, my man pulls up on me, he like, yo, this is when they changed the Legend, the first 2-door Legend, a new shape. This is 91.
You talking Acura?
Acura.
Okay, I like it.
And I'm like, yo, where you get that from?
The coupe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, yo, put some money in a shoebox, come with me downtown.
So your first car's an Acura Legend.
Yeah.
Let's make some noise for that.
So I drive to Claver between Fulton and Putnam. Pull up in the garage, pass the paper off. They didn't have what I wanted. A week later, I went and picked it up. From Undias.
Undias, this one guy.
Was working for the dude.
For the car?
Yeah. So he's the first person that gave me my car. They was doing the...
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they was doing
shit.
the switcheroos. Right, so that was my first joint. Years later, Puff got the job. Howie took me to meet Puff and Andre, and they hired me to write for Father MC.
But we gotta be clear, Puff got the job at Uptown.
Right.
Because it almost sounds like you said Puff got the job at the car.
No.
I just want to make sure that people understand what you're saying. Puff got the job at Uptown. So Father MC's his first signing?
Right. That was the first album he A&R.
That he A&R, right.
So I wrote half that album.
Wow. Andre Harrell's running Uptown, right?
Yes.
Right.
So now, from that, they found Jodeci. So I used to run with Puff every day, making sure Jodeci was making music, making sure they ate. Then they got married. So Puff hooked me up with Mary.
Wait, what's your connection again? How do you get in this circle? You just like skip mad
Did he
steps.
just say
I'm just telling you, that's how it happened.
Right, but you just went from I bought my car to now I'm running with Mary J. Blige.
took him there.
Time out. This nigga just said, I fed Jodeci. Like, you can't just say shit like that.
How do you get in the building with Puff and everybody? Like, how's that connect?
See, because back in the days, if you're doing an album, there's a list of producers that you gotta fuck with. Right? And Puff was calling all of them. Anybody that has
and he's the A&R, so that's his job.
Yeah. So when I met Puff, I'm working with him every day in the studio. So now they got Jodeci. Nobody knows they're Jodeci yet. And I'm running
you had Jodeci before Jodeci.
Right. So I'm running with him house to house, checking on this, checking on that. Then he met Mary. Then he hooked me up with Mary. So I started messing with Mary.
And you weren't an artist yet.
It sounds like you saying
you were an artist?
You touched down.
Of course.
Okay.
So
he's kind of put that out there a little bit already.
So now he gets his own thing.
Puff.
Biggie was signed to Uptown first.
Right. So you didn't know Biggie through
Brooklyn
Streets?
He's a baby. He's young. I knew Un was the hustler for their area with some other guys. Right? So every neighborhood, like Wise.
Okay.
Right? Every neighborhood got their big homie getting money. Un was that guy for Biggie's neighborhood. So when Biggie met Puff and Big got on, Un was his right hand. And that's how they started Junior Mafia.
Right. And Undias and all of that.
So when I met Un, I was like, you don't remember me?
Right.
He's like, nah. I said, Red Acura. He's like, oh shit. And I called some other names and he's like, that was you? I'm like, yeah. Because I always had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which is how I ended up in the feds later.
Wow.
It caught up to me.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase, right? A lot of people relate you to Tupac as well. And then a lot of people think this is
listen, this is the first interview I've ever done in my life.
No problem. I got you.
I'm only here because
I talk to you off the scenes. You're my friend off the scenes. But I have to be straight. So a lot of people think when they see the Tupac robbery that was you.
The robbery? What robbery?
The actual robbery of
in the studio?
In the studio.
No, that wasn't a robbery.
Yeah, it was a robbery.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the least part that we all focus on.
Because listen, as a friend, you're my friend, but your name has been anonymous to this. And then when I looked at the movie, they had nothing but Brooklyn niggas acting that role. So it made me immediately say, it really had to be Brooklyn niggas. You know Haitian Jack. You know all these dudes that's synonymous related to that incident. So I just want to ask you, as a friend.
Yeah, that was about to happen.
That was Tupac. That's Tupac. Tupac like, yo, you saw it? You want to ask this? So for the sake of everything, was anything to do with you
Me?
in Unique Studios? Or can you tell us the real story?
Put it this way.
Or what can you tell us, if anything?
Put it this way, right? All of these guys that was surrounding that incident, I grew up with all of them. They're all from East Flatbush, right? So, you know, when that whole thing went down, he was coming to make a record with me.
Pac?
That's exactly the story I heard.
No, but I'm
heard that
you ain't listen.
Pac
This
was
is the
coming to
first
see
time.
Shawn.
Listen, this is the first time
It's officially said.
I've ever done an interview. Period.
Right.
So people.
I'm very honored. Thank you.
People on my people on my Instagram page hit me up all the time for interviews, right? And my response is not interested, right? And they'll persist and keep going, and then they'll take it upon themselves and do podcasts. This kid did this shit 2 weeks ago, and the followers sent it to me in my DM, and I posted it. And I'm like, I don't even know who this dude is. They quoted me as saying something, and I'm like, bruh. And then he popped up in the comments. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you some blood in your mouth when I catch you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you?
Right.
And he's like, I reached out to you. So I go on my email and I find some shit from like the top of the year. And I'm like, I told you not interested. But when I catch you, I'm gonna put some blood in your mouth.
Then you're interested.
Yeah, because I never did no gangster music.
Right.
Because of the shit I was doing off camera.
But I apologize. But Pac was actually coming to see you at that studio?
So what happened? And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you. I don't fuck with them dudes no more. Right?
Who's them dudes?
I don't even call a name. Like, bro, I'm so tight. See, I don't argue and I don't go back and forth with people.
Okay.
If you say something disparaging about me, I just want to get close enough to you to just grab you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say nothing. I don't give you no light and no shine. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, people make their beds, and when you make your bed at night, you gotta line your bed.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you trapped off, wherever you at, that's on you. But if you got a problem with me, when I catch you, I'm a boogeyman you. And if you grew up with somebody, you know what they are and what they ain't. So urban legend has a certain select few of names from Brooklyn up here.
Yes.
I know the real, and I know who was really putting in that work, and I know who wasn't.
No, we know you know.
So I didn't do no gangster music. I never said I'm a gangster at all.
The opposite, yeah, for sure.
So when that happened, I never wanted to do a record with him.
With Pac?
Right.
Okay.
So an ex-friend of mine always had celebrities hanging around.
I thought this is a girl. Is it a girl?
No.
Okay.
So now, one day Tupac pops up. And I'm listening to the music. We draw narratives from the music that we hear people make. And then
so Pac wasn't known at this time when you met him?
He was doing...
It's the early days of Pac.
Well, it was known, awesome. But he was doing...
It was right after Digital Underground days?
Yeah, it was
like
after Digital Underground. He
Tupacalypse Now?
He was in New York doing...
And you know what I realized?
After Juice.
And you know what I realized? And you correct me if I'm wrong. What I realized is after, you know, I really looked at Pac's career, right? And I looked at it and he had to be in New York for like his first 12 years of his career. So you saying that is that the role you played or?
No, right before he was doing Above the Rim.
Bam.
Right? So this right before the rape case.
Okay.
He pops up at one of our hangout spots. So we used to hang in this certain place every day. And then on Tuesdays, next door was a comedy spot. This is in Queens. So we in the barbershop, and Tupac pops up. And we're there, and they're joking with him because he had like, and you can go on the internet and pull these pictures up, and nobody ever notices that. So you just see somebody, you like, oh shit, no. When he changed, he took off his herringbone, then he had a diamond cross. Then he had a diamond pinky ring. Then he had a gold presidential. Before that, he had a herringbone, he had baggy jeans. So there was a time he started dressing up. He had like motorcycle boots, a vest, like good sweaters. That's all the dudes in my circle. He came around and we watched him and they clowned him. And I sat there and I didn't like it because that's not who I thought he was.
What do you mean they clowned him for having having the wrong?
And you didn't like that they were clowning him, or you didn't like the way he took it?
I didn't like that he took it.
Okay.
Right.
You know, because that's, you know, they say don't meet your heroes.
Right.
I've never stopped being a fan of rap.
You'll be discouraged, yeah.
So when I came in the game, I was still a fan of rap music. So now, you know how it is. You got a record out and people know the record and they know you, but you're seeing people that you just saw on TV or heard on the radio.
Yes.
I always walk up to dudes, damn man, good to meet you.
Yeah.
And the greeting wasn't always good coming back.
Right.
And we'll get to that because I'm going to smash somebody today.
Yeah, let's do it.
So me and another friend of mine, because it was a lot of us, and everybody, we all weren't getting money together. So 2 people might have been in North Carolina, 2 people might have been in deep, but we'll all get together. And we got up and went next door to Manhattan proper on 217th and Linden. And I was sitting there going, yo, I never imagined him to be the person that would sit through that.
To my pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next day, new jewelry, new clothes. And I was like, oh shit. And he changed. So if you go on the internet and you start pulling up those pictures, you'll see the different him. So another day, I'm at the same place. The dude that owned the spot, who was an ex-friend of mine, he's like, yo, come with me to the city to pick him up. So we driving there.
Pick up Pac.
Me and this guy, we argue like cats and dogs, right? And he's
You
like,
and the guy or you and Pac?
Me and the guy.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, Pac, listen, you don't listen. I'm like, I got more money than you. Why am I listening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. And we pulled up to the Park of Meridian.
Park and Meridian, 57th Street.
56.
56, yeah. Well, I go to 57th side. I'm blowing myself up. I'm so sorry. Go.
And Pac came out, and he got in the car. Now
This week caught the rape case as well, too, right?
So we're in the 850. I'm in the back seat. Bro, there's no room in the 850 in the back seat. Pac gets in with a Ziploc bag of weed. This dude don't like weed or rap music. So I'm in the back going, I gotta get the fuck out this car. Right? And I can't move. There's no door.
Shit tight.
He's armed. Pac's armed. He puts in a Spice One tape. He don't like rap music. And I'm in the back going, I gotta get the fuck out this car. Right? We go back through the Midtown Tunnel. We get back to this shop. I get out the car. My car is parked there. And he's like, yo, go get Scooter, and we're gonna go meet up at such and such restaurant. We hanging out tonight. I was like, all right, yeah. I drove off. I'm like, yo, thank you God for getting me out the fuck this. So I go to Brooklyn to get my man Scooter. I just visited him Monday in Otisville, right?
Big up Scooter, yeah.
So
Otisville?
Otisville.
The feds. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's the feds. It's just upstate. So that's my co-defendant.
Okay, cool.
So we're getting ready to actually get his case turned over. He's been in 21 years and 5 months.
That's hard.
So I get there and he's dressed, Scooter. So he's dressed. And he's like, yo, we gonna meet Pac and him. I'm like, nah, we not going to meet them. I'm like, yo, bro, and I'm running it down, right? I'm in the back seat, and he's playing Spice One, he's smoking weed.
But don't tell me this is the night that Pac got shot.
Listen.
Because
yo, he wants to go meet up with them bad. He's not driving, I'm driving. And we sitting there, and we just in the house drinking champagne, watching New York 1. And we get the call. That's the night they caught the rape case at Nell's. They was at Nell's, and then it happened at the Park of Meridian.
And it happened at the Park of Meridian.
So I'm looking at him, I'm like, bruh, I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I knew it wasn't good.
You knew that night wasn't good.
Like the vibe wasn't right.
The vibe was off.
Oh, all right. Look, I'm just catching on to what you're saying. So you said that you could have actually been there the night that Pac caught the rape case. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's a clap-worthy moment.
You know what? History.
Yeah.
Well, good that you weren't there.
That's reason to clap.
Right.
Yeah, that's reason to clap because that's real history.
You see, the thing is, for me, you know, no matter what's going on, right? You got guys that run the street and then they'll speak about the shit that they did to glorify it because they're trying to get attention. I'm not that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really don't want nobody to know any intricacies. So a lot of people don't even know what I went to jail for.
Right.
Because I never made gangster music. So Lil Wayne, Prodigy, all these guys going to jail for these guns that's never been fired. If you carry a gun...
Lil Shawn, I gotta be honest with you. As much as you're trying to be humble, niggas in the street knew you was not the guy to play with.
They think... See, that's another thing, right? And I always tell my man... No. Listen.
I'm gonna let you talk.
You gotta think about it, right? You see, even you, right?
But niggas knew. Listen, don't fuck with Lil Shawn.
But that's a thought.
I don't know why.
I don't either. But that's not because nobody can tell you.
It must have been Jigga or Biggie or somebody telling this nigga's not to play with.
It was the people that I hung around. It was them. And I was able to hide under that cloud because they wanted to be famous for that shit. I made records. Right. I ghost wrote for a lot of people. I came in the game writing for rappers.
Real shit.
Right? So when I saw when I actually got to meet all these gangster rappers and I saw that they were not gangsters, I never wanted to do that.
You never what?
I never wanted to make no gangster records. Because they weren't.
But because of them? Because of those artists?
Because
it turned you off even more to even that style of...
So,
that's real.
So now everybody had Burt Padell as an accountant, right?
Burt Padell, yeah.
Right?
I had him too.
Crab, right? Yeah, so you go up there once a week and he had you on an allowance, right? To budget your money. So I pull up there. I don't want to park. I got my little man in the car. And I always had some jewelry on like I was hustling. Right? Diamonds from the...
But let's describe Burt Padell, because people don't even know that.
This fucking guy.
People thought that was a store.
No,
people thought that was
his office.
That was that.
And you remember his office? Remember his office was crazy. He had all kinds of shit in his office.
They stopped trips to job now.
He was a bat boy. So that's why he had all these $1 million baseball memorabilia.
Yeah, he had all the memorabilia, mad pictures. He had like games and toys.
When Joe DiMaggio, he was a bat boy for them days.
Oh, that's why he had all that shit?
Okay, get to you.
So when you go up there, you could see anybody from Robert De Niro to Sean Penn to Madonna, and then all the rappers. So now I go up there once a week to pick up my allowance from the bookkeeper, right? You know how it go. And me and Burt was cool. And I get there and I see Eric B. and Rakim. So I'm like, oh shit, right? For me, like I don't listen, when it comes to music and rap, LL was my favorite. So going into the game and you actually seeing these people, I'm still fucked up.
You're a fan.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I saw Eric B for the first time, I was like, yo, what's up, man? Oh shit, Eric B, goddamn. What up, my nigga?
And did he show you love or Eric B's a gangster?
Nah, so Eric looked at me like, you know, like the rhythm hit him look, right? And I'm like...
yeah, Eric B's like that, to this day.
But his strength, so his strength in the street was Supreme Magnetic. And my
from
man
Brooklyn.
rap.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Hold on. Supreme Magnetic from Fort Greene, Puerto Rican Supreme. So it's because Preem from Queens. That's my brother. That's my brother. But I met Puerto Rican Supreme from Fort Greene. My cousins used to live in Farragut. So I would go to Fort Greene and I would see this little guy. He's Puerto Rican Preem. This nigga was so short, and he had the fucking whole projects. Like I will let you describe it.
So I knew them from Scooter. Scooter's like
you knew Preem and them from Scooter?
Of course.
Okay.
So when I would see Eric, I already knew them, but fuck that. I'm looking at the rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fucking Eric B. Shit. Right. And I was so excited and happy to see this dude. And he shitted on me, and I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this dude.
He didn't shit on you. He's just there. That's the type
he shitted on me, right? Because, listen.
That's the type of guy he is.
Yeah,
he's
because for me, it wasn't about nothing tough. It wasn't about street shit. It was about honoring
you was
him
a street
for
nigga.
music. Yeah,
you was a street nigga trying to not be street.
Right.
I respect that.
So I was fucked up by that. I ain't like that. And I'm like, damn, I'm showing this dude some love and he's shitting on me. Like, fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm outspoken. I just don't, this is the first interview I've ever done in my life. I don't fuck with people, right?
You said Rakim was there too or not? Just Eric B.
So now,
I feel this nigga.
I get my money, I leave, and I got my little man in the car, and I'm like, yo, man, this motherfucking dude Eric shitted on me, man. Like, fuck this dude, right? Cool.
Eric's like that to me to the
Then
day.
the next time I seen him, he did the same thing.
That's his personality.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? So now, I don't like him. Like, fuck all the rap. Fuck him being with Rakim. I don't fuck with this dude. Right? So, I go to Burt Bedell, I go to pick up, I think I was grabbing like 18 grand this day to go shopping.
Goddamn, let's make some noise for the boss.
So it was a Jamaican bookkeeper that Burt had me assigned to. Her name was Carol Kiddo. And when you go in the back, it's like just bookkeepers everywhere, and it's like aisles.
Yeah.
So Eric B, Supreme, Bill Blass, God rest the dead, all these guys, Kool G Rap, and they were like at the mouth of her aisle. So I walk in and I see Eric, I'm already turned off. I speak to Preem, I'm like, what up, kid? And to me, I'm
Puerto
like,
Rican Preem?
Puerto Rican
Okay.
Preem. So I'm like, damn, like, wouldn't you see that I know your man? Like, wouldn't that, you know what I'm saying? Cool. So I go to get my money from her and I'm counting it out. And she's like, Shawn, be careful because that's a lot of money and and I'm like, why? She's like, those guys. And I'm like, Carol, I'm like, and she's like, okay.
And she's talking about Eric B?
Yeah.
Eric B's a real nigga.
And I'm like, because nobody knew me for that.
Right.
And when I always was dressed up like a Jamaican.
Yeah.
And we wore silk shirts, hard bottoms. So that's how I walked in the rap game. And my diamonds. And I'm leaving, and I spoke to everybody, and I just looked at Eric like, fuck that rap shit, right? Yo, I left there, I stopped to see Andre at Uptown, and then I went to Astor and Broadway to buy some sneakers. I pulled up and parked, got out the car. There's a red light there. I looked, and Eric B had this ugly fucking white Pathfinder with kitted out. And I looked, and he's at the light. I'm like, this motherfucker's stalking me. And he's at the light, and he's looking like screw-facing again. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna kill you. Like, that's it. I had enough.
This sounds like a sitcom, dog. This is like,
right?
This is some Curb Your Enthusiasm shit.
Yeah, but it's true.
It's like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Nobody's going to say this on camera or on the mic if it's not true, because you could go back to the person. He's still alive. So in my mind, I hated him. Like, fuck that Eric B and Rakim shit. Right? That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because when you go show people love and you get shit, like, what? Fuck you, man, right?
I understand where you come from.
So and he's not the only one I cursed out.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because you going to show somebody some love and they shit on, like, dude, I'm popping tops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, but if you're looking at me and you're going hickeys on your chest, Don Perignon, right? Fuck this dude. Because you're listening to the lyrics. And I'm going, okay, right? I leave there, I go to this lady's house. She was 10 years older than me. I was fucking with her at the time. She grew up with Russell. And I walk in. So you remember after Ricky got shot on Boys in the Hood and Cuba Gooding went in Nia Long's crib and he was swinging that in, motherfucker. So I walked in. I was mad, man. You were swinging like, yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker would kill him. And she's listening to me and she's not saying nothing. And she's like, who, Eric? I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker, every time I see him, he's screw-facing me, I'm gonna kill him, right? He just broke up with her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. The fuck? Give my hand. I was not ready for that one.
So now, I know what it's about.
Oh. I didn't even put it there, but now I get it.
I didn't think of that until you said it. Even though you just said it, I didn't think of that until
I didn't get it until he said it like that.
Yeah, he said it like that. I just got it. Okay.
So after that,
This is a cliffhanger, man.
I'm like,
Shit, don't even interview me, bro. I want to hear this whole thing.
I got you.
So I'm like, why? I'm like, how would he know anything about me? Well, she had a friend from Texas named Kat who was still cool with this dude. And she told him.
Oh my God.
So he just didn't like me. Like, I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, damn, if that's what it's about. I feel better because it ain't nothing serious to me. Yeah. But now, from now on, it's fuck you. So after that time, I just didn't fuck with him.
Right.
You know? And it was these guys from Queens that Special Ed hooked up with. They was
Special
getting
Ed
money.
gotta come on the podcast. Come on.
Yeah, that's it.
I think he lives in the area too, man. We gotta get him through, man.
He might.
Yeah.
So
I asked him if he was Puerto Rican. It was out of line.
That's funny as shit.
I should have never asked him.
That's funny as
He
shit.
actually was up front.
Isn't he Trinity?
I'm not
No, he's
Puerto Rican.
Jamaican.
He's Jamaican. So that you know.
Jamaican?
And I was like, are you Puerto Rican? He's like, no, do you not listen to the line? I was like, oh, fuck. My bad.
So, from that day on, I ain't fuck with the dude.
Eric B.
Right. So now, you know, he's hanging around and he sees that we have a lot of people in common. Mm-hmm. So Chris Lighty, God bless the dead,
God bless
that was one of my
I
closest
miss-
friends.
I
A lot of
miss
people don't
Chris
know
Lighty.
because, you know, we just weren't in front of the camera. But
Right.
Chris, I call him now, and Chris will do anything for me. So they had a restaurant on Avenue A and like Houston, Mecca. Remember
We got
Mecca?
Kettle One. We got Kettle One.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
So take them logos off, because me and Puff is cool. So take them logos off.
He's a funny dude.
I mean,
So-
defeated the purpose by saying that.
So I get to the party, and Chris is leaving in a hurry, and I'm like, yo, I'm just getting in. Where you going? He said, this fucking dude, Eric B, is back there. I'm like, okay, and he's like, nah, I'm leaving. I said, nah, come back in.
I've never heard this story, Big Shawn.
You wouldn't. So I drag him in,
Little Shawn.
and I get to the back,
In my mind.
He's a big guy.
and Eric is with my
Yeah.
niggas. He's with my niggas.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, damn, this dude's like a stray animal. Like, how does he find these guys? I didn't even know they knew him. So when I get back there, he's with them, and he just stops what he's doing, and he sees Chris, and he's just like, and I'm looking at Chris. They had I don't know what Eric's problem was with Chris, but now Chris is with me, and I don't like him. So I look at the dudes that he's with, who's my guys. I'm like, yo, tell your man stop looking at Chris like that. I'm on edge anyway. Right? I mean, to this day, like, we just, you know. So, years pass. I go to jail. I come home. Eric is around again. I'm like, right? And I'm like,
I'm hoping the story ends well, man.
So like, how the
y'all
fuck
have
does this
Christmas dinner
guy
together or some shit.
So all of my niggas is Muslim. So I'm like, what is Eric doing here? Eric is Muslim now. He took a shot. I'm like, really? Cool. I don't fuck with the dude. I'm not gonna forget that. Because he wasn't a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Right? Listen, I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me. Right? You speak to me nice, I'm gonna speak to you nice. Cool. He wasn't a nice guy. So we're at a funeral. Eric is there.
That's not Chris Lighty for me.
Yo, it sounds funny, but it's true.
Okay.
So at the repast, we're online, we're getting the food, and Eric looks at me, he's like, yo, man, tell me something. How many people did you shoot back in the days? And I'm like, what?
It's an awkward question.
And he's like, you probably forgot it, so many. I said, bruh, listen, that's not a question you ask people. Right? So now, I know.
I don't know where this is going.
No, I'm just telling you, so.
I'm waiting for the happy ending. And
So,
pause.
you know, outside the funeral, them folks is there.
The boys.
I know that.
Yeah.
He don't know that.
Right.
You know? And I like it hot. Pause. Right? So I'm there. I park like 5 blocks away because I know what's going on.
Right.
You dig? So Freddie Fox, who's a really good friend of mine.
That's my nigga.
He not talking to me now, but whatever. I don't know why.
Yeah,
right?
you don't bump me, bro.
I don't know. That's my guy. But Eric is his man.
That's his man.
Right? So the story goes, he would have been Rakim.
Yeah, he told
Oh, no,
right
he
here on
said
group
it
chat.
on the
Right?
group
No,
chat.
listen. Eric is my, Bumpy is my man,
Right.
but Eric is his guy.
Right.
So anytime his name comes up, I make sure I say some shit he don't want to hear. Fuck Eric, right? He don't like it. Like, and that's probably the reason why we not really speaking now. He don't like to hear that shit.
Right.
So
I respect that.
Charlie Mack comes to town. I fuck
Charlie
with
Mack
Charlie
from
and Will,
Philly.
right?
Yeah,
Hard, right?
yeah.
Pause. So Charlie brings me to this MTV Rap 30 anniversary shit at the Barclay. I don't go out. So Charlie grabs me. Supreme Magnetic's brother Rap. He's on the back of the Paid in Full album cover. He comes home after 27 years.
Yeah.
Wow. They're coming up the block. I'm waiting for Charlie to bring me down my band. I see him. I don't think he remembers me. I was a kid when he went to jail.
Oh, Tupac, premeditated brother?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And he goes, yo, is that little Shawn? I'm like, oh shit, Rap, hey. I hug him, he's with Freddie, right? And I see Freddie, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Cool. And we talk, we go in. And we're backstage. And Bumpy Knuckles looks at me and he's like, Eric is mad at you. I'm like, why? He's like, some shit you said about him on your Instagram page. And I'm like, well, what did I say? I said, well, where's he at? So he's like, oh, he's in his dressing room. I said, I don't want to fucking show up. But dude, don't do that. I said, because he'll tell you he's mad at me, but when we're alone, he wants to know how many people I shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, at a point, you gotta, if you're an actor and you're playing a role, like Al Pacino's not a gangster. Okay.
I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger's a gangster neither.
Robert De Niro's not a gangster. When the camera's off, stop.
Right. Because
you got some niggas out there's not playing.
Yeah.
Right? So while I never made those records, I'm not playing with you. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So at a point you gotta have a cutoff line. It's an invisible line you're not to cross. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to cross.
I respect that.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I respect that.
So, you know, for me, I just like to stay in my cocoon. You know, I came up with Jay, and then I knew Big, a Dame.
I'm gonna be honest, because I want to tell you how much respect that I saw Jay show you.
How?
That night at the show, that we was all there. But I'm gonna
How'd you see that?
Relax, I got you. Relax, I got you. I'm gonna get to it later.
Yo, this motherfucker's like the great Gazoo from the Flintstones. Like, you think he's not paying attention? Rain Man.
No, he's very paying attention.
And I like to play the drunk role. I like to act like I'm drunk, but I remember everything tomorrow.
You're good. Matter of fact, you know what? Before you even say that.
No, you can't do this.
Wait, no, wait. Let's get this on. Okay. So, I get to the place where you saw me, right? Mm-hmm. And there's only an elite few in this area.
Yes.
If you made it to this area,
yes,
you knew Jay fucked with you.
Yeah.
These dudes haven't seen me in 20 years. Mm-hmm. And they were doing double takes like, oh shit, hey Shawn, welcome back. Right? Spooky shit. Then I seen him. And I said, Nori, what's good? I said, yo, man, you gotta do my podcast. He was like, what kind of numbers you got? And I'm like, what? He said, you remember that? He said,
definitely no.
He said,
you know, I fuck with you.
He said, well, do mine first. Let's get your numbers up. I do remember that.
Good intentions. Yeah, good intentions.
Listen, you gotta respect that.
You know why? You're my friend.
But you gotta respect that.
And you're my friend. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're one of the dudes that I look up to because I admire people like my brother Deuce, right? In all actuality, I've never seen Deuce do anything gangster. I just know he's a gangster.
Right.
I actually never seen you do anything gangster.
And you never will.
But I know you're a gangster.
I'm not, but yeah.
I am not either.
But I know.
So let's go with you, Gabe. Let's go with you.
How you want to go from that to...
No, because you know why? This is Drink Champs. So, Gabe, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be honest.
That was an amazing story, man.
Come on, man. Get up. We can't hear you from over there.
I just want to ask you to name some of the people that, you know, you made jury for. The first person that put you on the map that you made jury for.
Angie Martinez.
Wow.
I did not think you would say that.
Angie, Angie and Pecos, they're the ones.
Shawn Pecos.
You got diamond paper clips in your shit?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's super rich. He rich.
I get your number, champ.
Gotcha.
Yo, so the first person you ever made jewelry for was Angie?
I was 17, 18. I was literally.
And you wasn't working at Coliseum?
No.
Where was you working at? Flatbush?
Diamond District first. Right away from Flatbush, we went straight to the Diamond District.
Because the Diamond District, let's just describe it for people that don't know. For people that don't know, if you want to sell diamonds, you have to be on 47th Street. Am I correct?
Yeah, 95% of the world's jewelry comes from that district, that one block, from 47, from 56.
You said 95%?
95.
Y'all get the first pick.
We get the first pick. 95% comes from there. Because it's not the stores downstairs.
But 95% of what again?
Ready-made jewelry.
No, but of what market? What market?
Wholesale.
Everywhere.
Okay? 90%. You got Cali, maybe 5-10, maybe 5-7%.
Right.
And Hong Kong and everything else. No.
Wow.
What did you think
York
when you
City,
seen the guys, they robbed the guys?
Those are my cousins. They were.
That was your cousins?
Really?
Like,
That was the stupidest robbery I've ever seen in my life.
They got everybody, huh?
You see, if that was back in his time, that would never happen.
Yeah, because
It's never gonna happen.
They
Because those guys are gonna run away, see you later, you never see them for like a year or two.
I was on the block. My first jeweler was Manny and Tito.
Oh, of course.
No, I'm Tito. I start with Tito.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody started with Tito.
Yeah, I'm a Tito nigga. Yeah,
Everybody
I'm a
started with Tito.
nigga. I don't
Tito
know.
was the
made my grenade.
Tito and his father, Manny and his father, Tito and Manny.
Where is Tito on the nigga?
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Tito, before you say that, in 96, 97,
That's where I came out. 96, 97.
Tito disappeared.
He did?
Yeah, because he ended up picking a guy out of a lineup on my case.
Oh,
Doesn't sound like a good disappearance.
Yeah.
a rat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Sorry, bro.
That's why Tito's like,
So what happened?
my
So what happened was at that time, Jacob was coming up.
Jacob
He was on the corner.
He was the little man.
My family used to wholesale to him back in the day.
Wholesale for Jacob.
Hell yeah, we got checks and all of that. Still back in the 80s, 90s, we got the checks. But
once he
struck a deal with Tito to bring him clientele.
Who's Jacob?
Yep.
Yes, he made a deal.
That's true.
I went from Tito to Jacob.
He made a deal to go over there because it was over for him after he did what he. I knew that.
Oh, you knew that?
I was a little. My brother
I didn't
Alex.
know that, Shawn.
My brother Alex, who started in.
You knew
Flatbush. Yes, I knew this.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You would never know.
It's the first time I knew that.
You're never
Tito
gonna know
ran it.
because it's in
He
that
made
circle.
my first change.
It's in that circle in the jewelry and the family in that
So
world.
what happened?
He's in the world of
Manny
weird-
and the wife got a divorce.
Yeah.
And Tito sided with the mother, and then Manny disappeared
He
off the block.
disappeared. Yeah.
So that was the first guy.
Yeah.
Biz was one of the first
When
people
two
on
worlds
the block.
collide and it's all the same.
I'll tell you something right now. Listen to me.
No idea.
Listen to me.
I'm just listening.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
At that time, when Big and himself, Jay even, I think before even Jay.
Before.
No, Jay was their little man at the
Yes,
time.
my brother Alex was the one to go to in Brooklyn. In the mall, my brother, in our store.
But it wasn't safe.
It was not safe.
It wasn't safe.
We
to
told
go.
Albert Square Mall?
Albert Square Mall was not safe at all.
I got my first gold fronts at Albert Square Mall. It was not safe.
My brother was the one to go to. That's it.
You're
period.
very courageous to go down there
Yes.
and do
Yeah, I
that.
was a Queens nigga. My first fronts was
And
from
that's how
Albert
you
Square
know.
Mall.
Listen, that's how you know, bruh.
I told you my cousins from Farragut though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
I
it
got
don't
Puerto
matter.
Ricans.
If they catch you, they'll say sorry. We didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know. Sorry. There you go.
But down there,
I said that earlier on Hood Therapy. Just in case y'all don't know, make sure y'all tune into Hood Therapy. But Jesus Louise, I'm not gonna lie. So you said Angie Martinez was the first person.
And the piece that I made for her was the Animal House. Her Animal House logo.
But you also made jewelry for Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, definitely. We get into that in a second.
Let's talk about
You
that.
wanna get into that now?
Let's talk about that right now. Did Jay-Z come to you? What happened?
No, it was.
And which Jay-Z was this? Is it
No, the
going back?
Jay-Z.
No, he still fucks with Jay-Z.
No, I'm saying, but how far back was it they were fucking with each other?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was. You see, I was trying to get to Jay for a long time. For a long time, I was really getting. Pecos. I was with Pecos. That was my brother.
Right.
If anybody know me, it's Peck.
Becca.
It's Peck and knows me like a motherfucker. There was an incident when Angie was doing a video with Sicario, his name is?
Sicario, I remember Sicario.
I was in the trailer with J-Lo, her first husband, Chris, whatever his name is.
Did he just say he's in the trailer with J-Lo?
Yeah,
let's keep going. I love the way you floss. I loved it.
So I was a little fucking 18, scrawny-year-old little kid. I got the pictures to prove. I'll show you.
No problem. We believe it.
I had my the gangster, the leather jacket, you know, with the 3 buttons. It looks like a suit.
Okay, all right.
I had that jacket on, and whatever, the video shoot was, my first video shoot, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. They said be there at 2:30. I was there at 2:15.
Right.
This shit didn't start till like 7 o'clock at night.
Sounds about right.
Welcome to hip hop.
That's hip hop.
You were late.
I was late. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, I'm hungry and shit. Whatever, we're doing the whole, I forgot what restaurant, it was somewhere in 23rd Street in the basement. And she was, she looked beautiful. And they did her hair, they did makeup, whatever. She had a pair of earrings. Actually, no, after the video shoot, I go back in the trailer and, it was like 2 in the morning. I'm fucked up.
It's my alarm clock, just When they Shawn that, let them know.
That's funny as shit.
Look, I'm alarm clock at 10:30, then I got an alarm clock at 4. Just make sure I beat this nigga to sleep.
So I leave, I get to the office the next day, and I'm like, yo, I left a pair of fucking earrings.
In Angie Martinez's ear?
No, I don't know, I forgot.
You didn't know?
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
That's when you got money.
I had no insurance. No, listen, I had no insurance. I had nothing. I just started.
What was the price tag on them, more or less?
Like 100, 200 grand back then. It was fucking huge, bro. It was like 5 characters each. I'm like, I just started.
And you forgot who you left it with?
I know, I left it there in the trailer. I didn't.
Okay.
All damn like this. I'm fucked up. I don't know what's going on. I just literally started the business and it's over. It's finished.
You're already in the hole.
Already in the hole. I look up, I don't know, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Fucking Pecos walks the fuck in there. I didn't know him like that back then. I just met the guy a few months ago,
And he goes, I got you.
He's like, yo, what happened? Why you look so upset, bro? I'm like, what do you mean, bro? I left some earrings in there. I didn't know how to call you guys. I didn't know to blame it on you guys. Just call somebody to go over there with my guys, my brothers and my mother. I don't know. I was a young kid. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, you talking about these? Bang, puts them on the table. I'm like, wow. Holy shit. And this is 99, 98? What? He just got, I think he just got his Def Jam job.
At the time.
He was just got his Def Jam thing, I think.
Oh no, he's going to Def Jam.
He was just going to Def Jam. He was fat and, he wasn't looking like he looking like, he was young and.
His Yulon Club locker didn't look good.
Yeah.
At that time.
Funny motherfucker.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, bro. And then years later come around and we're somewhere, I forgot where the hell we were, and he's saying the story. Gabi was there. Gabi was there.
Big up to Gabi. Gabi lost a lot of weight.
Yes. Big up to Gabi.
Yeah, he did.
He's literally telling you the story. I don't know the back end of the story when that happened. This is fucking 15 years later. 20 years later, he's telling me what's going on. He fought literally with Gabi, all the guys. He fought with them.
To get your
earrings back. His ex-wife at that time put him on her ears like, nah, you ain't giving this back, bro. Fuck that. Literally fought with everybody and bring that shit back to me.
God damn it.
And he didn't. Yo, I always told him, I was like, listen, I always believe you do good, you get good right back.
Right.
Whether it's today, tomorrow, it's gonna come right back.
Karma.
So you think Pac raped that bitch?
On you!
I know he did. I know for a fact he did.
Let's.
I think he was just a famous guy, that's why.
No, see, the thing is this, right?
In the whole place.
If for that girl that happened to,
Right.
Yeah.
whatever happened to her, right?
She was promiscuous.
I think something happened to her,
Yes.
right? I'll say that.
Right.
But I
But
know.
you seen the movie?
Yeah, fuck the movie.
No, the movie's-
the movie's bullshit.
Yeah,
Listen,
the movie is
there was
wild.
a
The movie
listen,
made me mad.
Let me tell you something. There was a. So they called.
Did they try to reach out to you on the movie?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they
People, listen to me. I'm in the media now. You're my friend off the scenes, right? But I'm in the media now. People actually send me screen by screen that said, that's little Shawn right there. And it was not just that scene, it was the actual robbery of Tupac.
Now see,
and that's what offended me.
But now, now here's the thing, right? You see,
take your time.
If you hear, I'm great. If you hear anything about you that isn't true, and you feed into it, there's a piece of it that's true. You give life to that.
Yeah.
Right. Damn.
So for me,
I
like to fight. Boxing, mixed martial arts, like that's my shit. I mix it up, right? Yeah, well, so when you hear shit, right? And I got on Instagram just to promote a book that I wrote, fiction, right?
What does fiction mean? That's fake,
not true.
Not true.
I don't know. I feel like you're kind of saying fiction, but not fiction.
Okay. So people said, "Oh shit," and I named it Behind the Smoke. Not anything related to Shawn.
Oh.
Yo, the followers, they're so fucking smart. Like, they like, you're little Shawn. I'm like, oh shit, right?
Well, that's where the Instagram name came from the book.
No. I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of Instagram?
Promote the book, but you didn't want to promote.
What's the name of Instagram?
Yourself.
Behind the Smoke.
Okay.
So, and people hit me up every day, right? And I never gave life to it. Tupac, and I never responded. And then all of a sudden, one day it stopped. And then you see people doing interviews. I was there, I did this, I did that. See, that shit went over there, and nobody ever heard me saying anything about it.
So can I stop you right there?
Of course you
You're the one piece that's missing.
That never said a word.
Ever.
It's true.
I'm being honest. But everything you're saying is 100% correct.
But when you think about it, like, matter of fact, the day we connected in Miami at the show, that's the first time me and Jay seen each other in 22 years.
Okay, look, can I stop you for 1 second? I went to the dressing room and I did not know I was going to the dressing room.
You came to the dressing room?
And you know what Hov said? He was like, "Where's little Shawn?" And I said, "Oh shit." And I gave Hov a 5 and I went right back outside and then I bumped it right into you. And I was like, and I looked at you and I was like, "The nigga's looking for you."
See, I don't like that.
What?
I didn't know that. And I knew you was gonna say something here that I'm not gonna know. It's the great Gazoo from the Flintstones.
Listen to me, my nigga.
This motherfucker.
That's when I seen you.
You think he's drunk? He's not.
Listen, I seen you and I looked and I was like, you belong here. Not, there's certain people that don't belong sometimes. Like when I'm in certain places and look, the nigga Hov has no idea that I know you.
At all. No.
At all.
But see, I always tell people that, right? If you come see me, I'll say, we're the only ones that know we're here right now. Unless you told somebody you were coming to see me. People only know what you tell them. So when you see people talking, it's because they want to be known and they want to be seen. I'm not that guy. I want to be a ghost. So
but not only that, he was expecting you. Like
Yes.
he looked forward. He looked at me and Biggs.
Let me tell you how it happened.
He looked at me and Biggs and said, "Where's little Shawn?"
No. He didn't look at Biggs. He looked at you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So now Beehive,
his cousin,
Jay's first cousin.
Yes.
That's my best friend to this day.
Wow.
We're like this. A lot of people don't know because you'll never see us together. But I'll be at his house. Calls me one day and he's like, Jay called and he asked about you.
No, I saw it.
That's true story.
I saw it.
And I'm like, okay. And he's like, do you mind if I give him your number? I'm like, nah, that's my guy. I don't, listen, if we don't see each other ever again, that's no strain on our relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're always as cool as we was the last time I saw you. And it's cool. We grown men.
No, but you must be getting money because, like, a lot of people don't think like that. a lot of people were like, yo, what? The nigga ain't seeing me. He owe me something.
Yeah, but see, the thing is...
That ain't just money, though.
Well, nah, the thing is, listen, it depends on your character and who you are as an individual. I'm happy for anybody making it. And I ain't got to know you. If I know you, I'm really happy that you're alive and you're well and you're prospering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
I'm not counting your pockets. So, like, with y'all, the first episode I saw, I said, oh, this is a hit.
Right. Thank you.
I knew.
Thank you.
Right? So, he calls. from a block number.
And this is when I seen you in Miami?
Before I got there.
Okay.
And again, we're talking about Jay.
And I'm thinking it's a jail call.
Yeah.
So
he does call like a jail nigga.
I'm thinking it's cool, right? So I answer the phone and I don't hear the recording and I hang up.
He still calls me like a jail nigga.
And he calls again.
Is that him right there?
That's funny as shit. So he calls back again. I answer the phone and he starts speaking. And we just start laughing like we did the last time we saw each other, right?
Right.
Following week, I'm in Miami. We get in the dressing room, and he looks and he goes, "Yo, I read everything on your page." I'm like, "Where do you find the time to read everything?" He said, "I read everything." Right?
On your Instagram?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna let you go.
So he goes,
because you go in on your Instagram.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you go in.
So he's like, "You're a fair man," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You're fair." So he's not gonna give you everything,
right?
You know,
you gotta figure it out.
You know what he's
kind of how you write your Instagram shit too.
I feel like you, the Haven. I'm so sorry. Don't put you on the same character.
You gotta separate that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there thinking about what he's talking about, and I'm like, bruh, one thing about me. If me and you ever had anything, and I'm so old, I might have forgot whatever it is, you forgot.
Right.
I said, but I'm still the same person. I'm not gonna wake up a sucker nigga. Right? I don't do that. So you don't know me as that guy, I'm not gonna wake up that guy tomorrow.
Right.
And do that. So anything I've ever written about him on my page has been complimentary and respectful as a grown man. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah, and that's it. So now, Biggs flies in to surprise Jay.
I'm there.
Right?
I'm there.
That's why because you're right. So I'm sitting here, and the door to come in is there. Jay's sitting over here. He can't see who's coming in. So Biggs is not looking at me, and he's like looking around the corner to sneak up on him. And he sees me, goes, "Oh shit, my brother's right." But it's the first time.
I see him after that.
Right, you see him after that.
Yeah.
So he sits down. When I came home, Dame grabbed me and gave me.
I don't know where we're going now.
He gave me my fake job. No, good, all good.
I love Dame.
Great guy. He gave me my fake job for parole. So Dame got me, and it's Dame and Biggs. The separation that just happened. I just came home, so I don't even know what's going on. I know Dame through Clark. Clark introduced Dame and Jay.
Facts.
Dame brought Jay to Biggs uptown. And that's how they met. Okay? And then that started. So now, Biggs is sitting here.
Niggas hitting us with knowledge.
Biggs is sitting
acting
here.
like this is nothing. Like you
Nah, but this truth is life.
I
right?
love the way you. I love the way you breaking down the illest shit. Like
First name. He just saying first name. Not saying.
So now, Biggs is sitting to my right. Jay's on my left, and we're talking about some shit that happened because there was a time I fell out with Dame. Then Biggs stopped coming around.
Wow.
And then I started hanging out with Biggs every day. Right? And Biggs was on that Washington Heights Latino shit, right?
Super.
I'm with him every day. I'm having the most fun I ever had in my life, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got home every day, right? And you look at Biggs and he's super quiet, but it's the best motherfucker you ever hung out with, right?
I say that all the time.
So Biggs, we're talking about some shit that happened one night we hung out. And Biggs will pop up at a spot. Everybody he's going to meet is already there, right? People you've never seen before, right? Crew of people. Right. And then there's this fucking big ass motherfucker standing off in the corner. So I'm thinking it's club security, right? And I'm like, all right, I don't like club security, right? So I'm looking at this motherfucker like, And somebody walked up to Biggs and started beefing. Biggs is quiet, so Biggs is not saying anything. He don't look scared, but he's just not responding. Yeah. So me, I'm on my just come home big shit, so I'm standing off to the side like, yo, Biggs, what's up? What's up? And Biggs is looking at me going, I'm going, fuck that. What's up with this dude? Like, what we doing? Biggs looks at me, he goes, 1,000,000 squash potatoes. I don't smoke weed.
Safe word?
Right? I don't smoke weed, so I'm going, I'm not high. I'm not even drunk. The fuck is he talking about, 1,000,000 squash potatoes, right? And the dude is going crazy. And Biggs is just standing there looking at him. And I'm like, yo, Biggs, what's up with this dude? I'm gonna smash him. He like, 1,000,000 squash potatoes. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna pay that shit no mind. At the end of the night, the dude disappeared. The big guy that was in the corner all night long leaves. Biggs grabs me. We walk out the club. The big guy opens his fucking door and lets us in the SUV. And now I know he ain't club security. And he closed the door and we're in the car. And we drive off. And I look at Biggs and Biggs goes, 1,000,000 squash potatoes. That guy was his security. And nobody knew. He got there before Biggs. When Biggs pulled up, he opened his door, let him in, and he walked in. Biggs had his own club security with him. So Biggs wasn't worried. He's like, yo, if this dude make a move, he's finished. The dude was armed, he was huge. And I'm going. And Biggs goes, 1,000,000 squash potatoes. So wait, don't clap. So don't clap, don't clap, right?
Squash potato not yet.
So he's telling this story in Jay's dressing room. And we're dying. I'm crying. And Jay finishes the story. He said, I read that on your page. 1,000,000 squash potatoes. I'm going, God damn, nigga. I wrote that 5 months ago.
No, that nigga watches everything.
Everything.
He sees everything.
No, listen, I thought I did business with this nigga, so I'm thinking like he's not gonna pay attention to everything. This nigga, he hits me and be like, that's not true, Playboy. I'll say some shit about this nigga. This nigga be like, you know the shit that you said about me is not true.
He did the same thing to me. He said, man, you wrote something. I have an issue. And I'm like, you read that too? He's like,
he really cares.
He was the only guy. He was the only client that I really like.
I'm not gonna lie. You made the big hope chain.
Yes, I did. And like he said, I'm going back to what he's saying. I'm quiet. You see my Instagram.
Okay, so how does this happen though?
I'm quiet. So what happened was this chain was made. My brother, God bless his soul, passed away a few years ago. Our supplier calls us, our factory in Turkey calls us. He's like, yo, we got this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you say your supplier in Turkey?
Yeah, our factory. I mean our factory.
No. You say your factory in Turkey?
Yeah.
Come on, let's make some noise.
Doing a lot of
You guys are Turkish, the family, or no?
Huh?
You guys are Turkish?
No, man.
I don't know what.
Russian? Okay.
So,
I don't know what relation they is, but they are.
He calls me, he's like, yo, there's this fucking 5 kilo chicken. Everybody thinks it was ordered. It's not ordered.
You made that shit?
Yeah.
The Big J, you didn't know that?
It was not ordered. It was not Jay who called it. No. The factory calls us, listen, your brother, the manager calls me. He's like, listen, your brother ordered this thing. You guys all right over there? What are you, fucking serious? 5 kilo? It's like 11 pounds. I'm like, all right, if you ordered it, fuck you, whatever, let him go. Because that's how we went. I ordered it, they call him, approve
What did it cost?
I can't say that.
We cannot
say that.
You tell me off camera.
I'll tell you later.
Off camera.
You're Shawn, I gotta tell you.
I need to know.
So the thing comes in, it comes in a fucking towel, the hotel towels, wrapped up, it was fucked. Yo, bro, I put the shit on my neck, I was, the veins right here, I couldn't breathe. Literally 2 seconds later, I could not breathe. It's so
from the weight
fucking heavy. It was fucking insane. It's like 2.5 inches wide, like this. It was crazy. So really, I was like, who the fuck am I selling this shit to? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, y'all made it without a buyer?
Yeah. That's the jewelry.
Just cause, like, fuck
you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta be different in the game. You gotta do something crazy.
Right.
I call Peck House. I make, yo, Peck, what are we doing with this? You gotta help me find somebody that I can, sell this to. Not him sell it, but tell me who you think is gonna fit this thing. He's like, yeah, let me think about it. Hey.
Did he say, and he sent the picture of the hole?
No. He said, I'll think about it. Let me see who, I call you and tell you, yeah, call him or, go, find him. Okay. Couple of weeks, I don't know, a couple of days passed. Saturdays we don't open. We're sort of, my grandmother, we made a promise we don't open on Saturdays. It's, religious thing, we're Jewish.
Okay.
I get a phone call this was February. I guess February or early March, late February. I get a phone call, Pet called me. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. He's like, yo, where's your chain? I'm like, what happened? He's like, it's in the store, it's in the safe. Yeah. He's like, open the store now, Jay wanna see it. I said, I can't open the store, I gotta open the store at 7:05. That's when the Sabbath breaks, and I can go see it. If you flappers, the Jewish.
Of course.
We're not doing, I know. I said, I don't care who it is. Right. I'll see you there at 7:05 or 7:15. Nah, bro, he has a plane to catch, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah.
You broke the Sabbath for Jay?
No, hell no. I didn't break the Sabbath. I got there at 7:30. I got there at 7:30. I texted him, I'm like, yo, I'm here. He pulls up. He's like, I'm like, what's going on? I'm driving. He's calling me crazy.
He's not telling you Jay coming.
He's not telling me.
Okay.
He's like, yo, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? What is the problem? He's like, yo, this guy has to be, he didn't say who it was. He's like, this guy has to be in Atlanta at this time. The plane is waiting. Stop fucking around.
But he want the big chain.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bugging? I'm so sorry.
Never.
I'm like, all right, cool. He pulls up to the store. Like 2 trucks pull up. And at that point, I didn't meet Emery yet. I didn't meet Emery yet. He pulls the window down, Jay's in the back. I'm like looking in the car. Who the fuck is in the car?
Break the shit out.
I'm like, who is that in the car? He pokes out. He's like, shut. Where that shit at?
Oh, come on, good joke.
And I'm walking out the fucking door, and all you hear is click like that. Like you hear that like heavy shit. Emery's like, what's up, bro? You got that? And he opens the door, and I'm like, hey.
Let's make some noise for that.
So he takes. So then that infamous picture of Jay on the private plane.
Or with the yada.
With the yada on his neck, going. Yada. Oh, yada. What is it?
It's the yada.
It's the yada. Yeah. So he goes. That's the infamous picture. He's on a plane, a private plane with his Givenchy sweater.
We gotta go to that picture.
He's on there with that big ass chain on. And come to find out, he went to Jermaine Dupri's 20th anniversary of So Deaf. And that's where it came out and everybody saw it.
Listen, I got some great jail Emery stories. Me and Emery was locked up in the feds together.
Let's take it from there.
Okay, so
you and Emery was in jail in the feds.
So when I went in, that was 98.
Nigga, that's the best year of my life.
Was it?
Yeah, I was the best year of my life was 1998.
It was the worst year
jail?
of my life, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So
I wanted to let you know that I was living it for you.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Whatever happened to you, I was living it for you.
My man.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. Continue.
So now, the first phone call I made when I got to the feds was to Clark. And that's how I found out Black just died.
Okay, but I'm so sorry.
That's my guy.
For the sake of me being media, I have to ask, why were you in the feds?
I mean, for all these rap records, all the lyrics.
But you also said you was positive in your rap records.
No, I mean,
You kind of said that earlier. You said you did.
I patterned myself after LL for women.
That's hard.
You understand what I'm
Sex
saying?
sells.
Right, and that's just...
You're never supposed to go to jail, because LL never went to jail.
No, but see, LL didn't come up like I came up, right? So... That's funny, right? So
I can't you
know. No, not at all. So, the first phone call I made was to Clark. And that's how I found out that Black Just got killed. Remember Black Just?
That's my nigga.
Okay. So when I heard that, I was like, wow. The next phone call I made was to Emery. He was home on house release.
Okay.
About 3 years passed.
So Emery was home on house release.
I didn't know he caught a case.
Okay.
So 3 years later, I'm in the hole doing 188 days, and I'm looking out the window. They smoke up the window so you can't see, you can't really make out who you looking at. And that's for the protection, because we'll fly kites, like such and such is here. Is he a good dude? Like, you know,
you're in solitary.
Right. So you'll check and see. And I'm looking at a smoke glass, and I look like at a guy that looks like Emery walking in the pound, but I can't be sure.
Emery's not famous at this time?
No. So when I get out there, Emery's there. He just came in. So now, you know, it's me, him, and one other guy on the pound that knew Jay personally, right? Emery's on the phone with them every day. I'm not, whatever. So when I left, Emery walked me out. But there was a guy that grew up with Jay. And again, respect to the guy DeHaven. I don't know him. I didn't grow up in Marcy. I met Jay through Jazzo. Jazzo was my guy. I met Jay through him, and me and Jay clicked. You know, and when you start the Instagram page and you got these guys going, I grew up with Jay, these are the pictures, and people are hitting me like, yo, is this dude's story true? I don't know him. I didn't grow up with him, so I can't really comment on that.
Respect that.
So the dude, DeHaven, jumps on my page and he's in my DMs, and I'm like, bro, respectfully,
I definitely did. I was not ready for this. Let's go.
I don't know you.
I did not know. He hit you in your DM?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We're in Brooklyn. I'm not rich, right? So of course you're gonna see, right? And
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so we're talking in DMs, and I'm like, bro, I don't really respect your angle, but whatever you're doing, that's on you. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know you to comment and say what's true or what's not true. I don't get into that. You know? So there was another guy in jail who came up with Jay, who did the same thing, kind of like what DeHaven did. So now me, him, and Emery, we're in the feds in Fort Dix. And Emery comes to my unit, and he's like, yo, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, this dude said some shit about you, you know. And I'm like, do you know him? From the street, he like, nah. I said, did Jay know him? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, what did he say? And he said something about me. And I'm like, all right, he said, I know you
Meanwhile, you're all in the feds together?
Yeah, he's like, you know, I know you going home, I don't want to fuck your time up. Dude, in the feds, that's all I did was fight. So they didn't even have nothing else to take from me. They took everything from me. So they had to let me go.
Right.
So he's like, I ain't gonna tell you, but you know, I stand by what I say. So I went and checked the dude. And I'm like, yo.
Emery, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I go see the dude, and I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know you. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know why you would reference me. But I don't have it all upstairs. My elevator don't go to the penthouse. I'm telling you now. So all that shit you doing, I'm gonna stab you everywhere I catch soft skin. Right? You know, Clark's on your phone list. He's on mine. That's the only thing we have in common. I don't know you, bro, but the next time you call mine, he's like, yo, who would say something about me? I'm like, Emery Jones. He told me to tell you that he said it. So I know you did it, but I'm not that guy. So if you want to go home, bro. After that day, every time he went to the store, he left something in my room. He's going to the, you see what I'm saying? So all this gangster shit niggas be talking, see, niggas want to talk, but niggas don't want to live that shit for real when they come up against something that's going to touch you. I'm going to touch you, and I'm not going to talk. Okay? So now, we all come home. This guy does a book, a DVD, he's doing the same shit. Talking about Jay, I put Jay on, That's on you.
Oh, you talking about DeHaven?
No, it's another guy.
Another nigga.
I wouldn't even give him no light. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not that guy for me. Because if you was that guy, you wouldn't be doing that.
I'm gonna be honest. When that night that I saw you, when I went, I don't know what part I came to the joint, but I looked at the nigga like, yo, what's up, Nori? The nigga was like, where the yacht? He was like, where? He asked where you was at.
Yeah, he never asked.
Good motherfucker. And I'm gonna tell you, and I told him.
And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. And I didn't know he was there. Then I went back and
so the thing is for me, you know, just because he's this guy now, and I've known him when he doesn't owe me anything.
Right.
You get yourself hot. So just how you reinvented yourself. You could have stopped when you stopped making music and that's it. You reinvent yourself, man, and you make yourself hot. You dig? And then whatever comes to you afterwards, that's it.
Dude.
This is why when I was
That's that smoke champ.
That's the after party.
That's the smoke champ.
Keep going.
So now we all come home, and I see this dude, and now he's YouTubed up. He wrote a book, and I'm in a party.
Right.
You know, I went to go do something at this party, and I run into the guy. And he's like, yo, Shawn, what's up, man? Let's take a picture. I got a book. I'm like, I didn't take a picture with you in jail. I'm not going to take a picture with you in the street. But you good? He's like, yeah. And then he looks at the guy that I'm standing with. Street guy, he did 11 years. This is the first time I ran into him. I don't know they know each other. But this is the gangster, the this, the that, right? And he looks at the dude, and the dude looks at him. He goes, yo, what's up, man? And the dude said, yo, get out of here before you get murdered. And the nigga put his head down and walked away.
Oh my God.
So you see, these are the people that's
I was not ready for this.
talking. And they doing all this, I'm this, I'm that, that's bullshit. So when you run up against a listen, Wise, we could call his name 1,000,000 times. When you and I connected, we started talking. And our glue was initially Buster. Okay?
I love that guy.
I didn't know you were as young as you are.
You're 42.
Okay? So we're talking and I'm telling you about everybody in your projects that I know. And I'm like, every once in a while I go see Uncle Wise on the Ave in front of the barbershop, right? And you're like, you know Wise? I'm like, yeah. Yep. Nobody will ever pull a picture up of Wise on Instagram.
You're right.
Right? And that's what it's about. If you are that guy, you're not worried about who knows, who thinks, who sees, because you're not trying to be fucking famous.
Right. It's real shit.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I just don't care. So anytime I talk about crime on my page, I always write cryptically.
Right.
So I write books and scripts now. I write movies.
For the record, you definitely did not rob Tupac.
Of course not.
We just gotta throw that out there.
But I'll give you a funny story.
Okay. You know the niggas that robbed Tupac.
No. Listen, right? So, you remember Third Base?
Yeah.
Yes, the white boy. Cool. I love them niggas.
And they had a black DJ.
What was his name?
DJ Richie Rich.
Oh yeah, Richie Rich. Yeah. He's a
See, so the thing is,
was it Richie Rich KMD?
And you know what? He did this shit the last time I was in Miami. He's like, oh, you don't smoke no. But he gonna try you. He gonna keep trying you.
I'm a foul brother.
You look in your cup, it's empty.
I'm your brother. I'm your foul brother. Come on, let's do it.
But hey, Richie Rich is KMD also, right? The same group, KMD?
No.
They had a group called KMD. Maybe a guy, maybe.
So,
let's do it. Go ahead.
This guy, Richie Rich, went to my high school, but he's younger than me, right? So, you know, one time I'm leaving, I'm going home, and he runs up to me. He's like, yo, man, I just got into the school, and, you know, I see you running with these guys, and, you know, just look out for me when you get a chance. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who he is. Years later, we get in the industry. He's Richie Rich, Third Base.
Right.
Whatever. So, one night there was a party at Def Jam. Def Jam threw a party across the street from, remember when they were on Varick?
Of course,
Okay.
170 Varick.
Right. There was
170
a club.
or 160 Varick.
There was a club, 160. There was a club across the street called Tilt. And I'm in there with some guys.
Which is kind of like SOBs right now. Okay.
Exactly.
You know I'm on point. I'm a New York
funny
nigga.
motherfucker.
I'm a New York nigga.
You probably see me in Envy.
I definitely seen you.
You probably see me in Envy
Listen,
in
we're
the
gonna-
back with the suitcase. I was there.
I know exactly who you are. It resonated later because I'm not smoking.
Okay, all right.
So
Keep going, Joe.
That's how it started. That's how it started. He definitely knows.
Keep going,
He
Joe.
knows that I was there.
He don't never talk.
so we're in this party, and I'm with the worst that Brooklyn has to offer.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I see Richie Rich and another guy that used to be with Third Base. I like these guys, but I know him through Clark. Because this whole DJ thing.
And Clark
is
the
my
best.
guy, right?
He got the best niggas
I'm
in the
always
game.
at his house, right?
Yeah,
And I know
I love
everybody
Clark.
that's
Good guy.
around
Me too.
him, right? So I see this dude, and of course, they're already drunk. But I want to keep them away from these guys.
Okay.
Richie and them are drunk.
Yup.
Right.
And I see them, and I'm pouring champagne. And they hit my arm, and it poured some champagne on my man's scooter. Bruh. And I look at him, and he's like, yo, who is these dudes? And I look, and I'm like, I got it.
Now, for the people that don't know, in the Tupac movie, Scooter is the guy. That's not the guy.
Nothing related.
Nothing related.
Nothing related.
But in the Tupac movie,
Nothing related.
they tried to depict.
No.
No?
Nope.
That
Nothing.
wasn't Scooter?
Nope. You see? So I'm gonna tell you. So I turn my back on these guys, and I'm getting these guys away. Like, yo, what's up? Y'all good? All right, go ahead. And I turn around back to these guys, and they like, yo, you got a problem with these guys? What's up with them? And I turn around, and one is holding the other back from like coming to fight. I don't know what happened, right?
Right.
And I'm looking.
The Third Base dudes are holding themselves back.
Yeah. And I go in my pocket, and I back my scalpel out, and I start chasing them through the party like, y'all fronting now, like, stop, right? I get out, we leave the club. My car, I had a Lexus Coupe. I'm like, me and Pepper from Salt and Pepper's first people in New York with Lexus Coupes when they first changed the shit. Look, here, look. So I get outside and we walk into the cars, and my shit is leaning. I'm like, why is my shit leaning? My shit is riddled with bullets. Yo, my shit is riddled with bullets. Yo, just a tear just dropped out my right eye. I'm like, yo, my fucking car.
The nigga shot your car?
Shot my car. Right?
No way. Where at? Where's this borough?
By Tilt.
No, you yeah, you said it. We said SOB or whatever you said.
In Manhattan? He shot your car, man.
Yeah, shot my car, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I already knew who did it.
It definitely felt like some Flatbush shit.
Nope.
Nope, it was not?
Nope.
Okay. All right, leave it alone.
So now, put it in the shop, bought another car, I'm hoodied up, and I'm looking for these motherfuckers. Because Richie Rich, that's not him. You get money, you could buy a gun, right? And you shoot it, that don't make you tough.
Yeah.
Right, you just got a gun. And I catch him. And I put him in the hospital. Right? My mother calls me a couple days later. She's like, yo, why are the police looking for you? And at that time, I had cases out the wazoo, right? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I figured it out. This kid went in the house, got his mother, called the ambulance, went to the hospital. She called the police. Yeah. Good. And picked me out of a lineup. So now the day before, when I find out it's him, I call Clark. I'm like, yo, what's up with your man? Call him on a three-way. Gets him on the phone. I'm like, yo, bro, I know y'all shot my car. I didn't say nothing. I'm turning myself in tomorrow with a lawyer. Don't go down there. Next day, I turn myself in. This motherfucker is behind.
Goes down.
Wow. Picks me out, right? Say nothing. I get out the same day. I call Clark again. Call your man. I'm like, yo, bruh, order protection can't help you. You're gonna have to leave New York. I'm gonna kill you. Right? So this guy is running around with a gun. He gets locked up.
He went around a gun not to harm you.
Scared.
Okay, scared. Okay.
He gets locked up with a gun charge. So now he has a case. I'm not gonna call her name because she'll be mad, but whoever promoted the tunnel with Chris Lighty, don't call her name.
Jessica?
He said don't call her.
Right?
Oh, he said don't call her? I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Listen.
She's the worst.
Went down.
No, I
Yo,
didn't.
this all happened. I was, oh my God, this is
Went
crazy.
down to the DA's office and said that she saw them shoot my car. So they told him, said, listen, we're gonna give him 3 months and we're gonna give you a 1 to 3 if you don't drop the charges. So the night that I caught him, right, I took everything from him. Richie Rich. And I sold
Not the Richie Rich now.
DJ, right?
DJ.
Third
And not the
base.
West Coast Richie Rich
No.
either.
And I sold it to a guy that gave it to Tupac.
Not Raphael? I feel like you sold it to Raphael.
Wait, he said they gave it to Tupac.
He gave it to Tupac. So if you look, there's a picture online with Tupac like this, and there's a bone bracelet with diamonds around it, octagon. You remember that bracelet?
Yeah.
Tupac got that bracelet on.
Wow. That was Rich Rich's bracelet.
All day.
I need to understand what we're talking about right now. Are you telling me?
You said like,
Are you telling me you had the thing
Yeah.
and then you the nigga like wearing pockets
All
in the
day.
bathroom like that? That's costly to y'all.
right. So the thing is, right?
I'm gonna take a pee-pee.
So as far as robbing anybody, like that's so far beneath me
I respect that.
as a person. See, if I'm gonna rob anybody at that time, when I was in the
It's
trenches,
face to face. Give me yours.
bare face, and you're gonna know who did it.
Yeah, you know.
And it's not gonna be for jury. It's gonna be for something that it's called a no look back. See, when you grab a bag and it ain't worth, you can't live off this bag, don't do it. Because it's not enough for you to live comfortably. Don't do it.
So for the people that think about it, I'm gonna be honest, because you're my friend, and I know.
Nori, stop setting up the clip, man. Just
No,
go ahead,
I
man.
know.
You my man. Listen, I wouldn't be here.
I know. But
Listen,
I need to clear this up.
Listen.
Because
All my guys is going, did you get a list of the questions?
listen.
You know what he's gonna ask? I said,
Listen,
just
I
know
wanna
that
be
I'm
honest.
cool.
When I watched the Tupac shit,
It's a motherfucker funny.
they said that this is the nigga. Rob the nigga. I need you to say yes or no.
Let me tell you something. Check this
Because
out.
you definitely didn't say yes or no.
Check
yet.
this out. I would never. See, when that happened, it became such a phenomenon, especially in Brooklyn.
Yes.
I had guys tell me, you know, I was there and I did it. I'm like, really? You really?
And you know they lied.
I'm the only one that got questioned for the crime in Andre Harrell's office with Andre there. Midtown Mall.
I wasn't ready for this part, but now I'm in.
No, I'm telling you.
Let's go.
So you know Tuck person.
Come on, get up.
Okay,
You know
now wait a minute. Which Tut?
King
See,
Tut, nigga.
you only know one, right?
I only know that one.
Okay.
I know him personally.
Which one? East New York?
King Tuck.
White spots?
The one that's actually charged for
He hasn't been charged.
no, that hasn't been. But he's in the feds.
Hasn't been charged.
He's in the feds. The one I'm talking about.
He's in
the
Otisville.
feds.
I was just there Monday.
He's in Otisville. Yeah, absolutely.
Walter Johnson.
Yes, absolutely.
He hasn't been charged with that.
But he's in the feds.
Not for that.
But I know.
But did y'all put those niggas rob this nigga Tupac?
I'm not saying for that. I'm just
What's your question?
No, I'm just asking. What's your relationship like? What's up with you and him? Like, do you know him?
Okay,
Like,
listen.
He's a legendary from Brooklyn.
Listen. That was a part of my circle.
That's real.
Scooter and Tut are in Otisville together. Okay? So, where you from originally?
From the Bronx.
Bronx. And how do you know him? You know of him or you know him?
No, I know him personally.
Inside, up north?
Yeah. I was in Otisville with him.
So what year?
I was in there, Otisville. I did Otisville 2008.
You was there before Scooter got there.
I was there before.
So you was there with Lou and Tut. Lou Hobbs.
Lou Hobbs. Yeah, I was there with Lou
Okay.
Hobbs. That's my
All right.
place,
All
man.
right. Listen to me. Listen to me, right?
Lou Hobbs.
See,
LA.
okay.
This is way beyond
You
my,
see,
my street credibility. I'm sitting here loving it. My street credibility does not.
I don't know nothing.
See, you would know these guys from in there.
Right.
I know these guys from the Sandbox, right? So you would hear things, and you can't really pinpoint facts as to what's true, what's not true.
Right.
I know everything that is and everything that isn't. I know the real motherfuckers, and I know the guys that weren't as notorious as these guys. So now Scooter's there. He's another one that you'll never ever hear talk and do interviews and stuff like that. But when he got to Otisville, he went there twice. The first time he was there for an hour, and the warden took him in the office, said, "You can't stay here," and shipped him out back to Allenwood Penn with Prince and them from Queens. Okay? Cool. And then they brought him back. So now, the first visit, I get cleared to go see him because I'm his co-defendant, right? So I go see him. Coming in, there's a family, and they call Tut's name. And I'm like, oh shit, it's Tut's family. Cool. They go in before me. I go in after. Tut comes out the back, walks right by me, and over to his family. Scooter comes out, sits next to me, and I'm like, yo, Tut just came out here. There's Tut people over there. He looks, he's like, pfft. So you don't know what goes on in jail, but you've been there, so you know how it goes, right? And Scooter has a problem with anybody doing any media shit. Because when you in the street, that's the last thing you want to do, right? You don't want no pictures, you want to be on the mic.
It's our era.
You don't make music.
It's real shit.
Right? 3 hours pass, they're going to take pictures. Now you've been in the visiting room, right? So you know how it go. Pictures is over here, y'all go back over there, and this is the visiting room. The COs sit there. The vending machines is over there, right? There you go. And Tut goes up to take a picture with his family. He stops over there and he sees me. He's like, yo, Little, what's up? But he wouldn't come nowhere near me.
Tut.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm asking Scooter, what's going on? Like, he's like, I don't fuck with that dude. You see, so urban legend has this.
That y'all all together.
But bruh, in the circle, it's like the shit that happened in your house. We don't know.
Right.
So nobody knows what happened in my house.
Right.
I know. And I'm not gonna expose you.
Right.
But be cool.
But you definitely did not have anything to do with robbery at Tupac.
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's my friend. I gotta talk to him like a friend. No, I gotta talk to him like a friend. Like,
nothing. See, nothing. So I don't even know why people are doing interviews connecting themselves to this.
They be pointing at you
because
so
they
much.
didn't have nothing to do with that shit.
That's real.
I was there.
You were there.
Bro, listen, my
The
car was
niggas
stuck
came
in the
to see
parking lot.
you.
Yeah, I had to go back the next day to get my car.
Yo, when Pac went up in the elevator,
I was upstairs already. Big was there.
The first one to see him when the door.
No one never heard his talk.
You know what? No, because in Quad,
Give me some
the
more
elevators are here.
No more one? I'm in.
And when you get off the elevator, it's like a wall.
Yeah.
And I was over here by reception with Andre Harrell and Puff.
Andre Harrell was there too?
Of course.
And Puff?
Yeah, because here's the thing. This is how the whole shit came about. Andre was doing New York Undercover. You know that was his television show. With
Definitely.
Malik
Yo,
Yoba.
executive producer?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so
But what was his role in the show? He produced,
he
executive
was
producer?
producer.
Okay.
That was his shit.
That's nice.
That's crazy.
So somebody had a bright idea and said, yo, look, we're gonna get Pac to do a song with Shawn. I had just signed to Uptown at the time.
Because at the time, let me just describe this. You're way hotter than Biggie Smalls. Biggie is not even.
He just started.
Biggie was not even Biggie.
You'd be the OG to him.
He just started.
You got Higgy's on my other than Shawn. Is that record popping already?
After that.
After.
I mean, think about it. He had songs released on
That was
Uptown,
right before.
and Big didn't have records on Uptown.
So when I was on Uptown MCA, I released Don Perignon.
Right.
And Big was in the video, right? So when dude got there and got off the elevator.
Okay, I gotta ask. When you say dude, you say
Tupac.
Tupac. All right, cool.
So even the account that he made, that's not what happened.
What's the account that he made? Can we
He said
recap?
everybody. He said got off the elevator. Everybody ran from him, and they wasn't. That's not what happened. We ran towards him, and we was trying to get him to sit down.
Wow.
And he went to sit down, and he popped back up.
Which is what C says.
he
C
was
says that all
clapping
the
his
time.
Yeah,
joint.
she said that.
Yes,
But
he
we
said
didn't
all the
know,
time.
right? And he said, call my mother. And detectives got there. Ambulance got there, right? And they put him in the gurney and they stood him up and they brought him in the elevator to bring him down. So now everybody else that was still there, the police was like, we know that there's guns up here. We're gonna search this floor. I heard that, and there was one guy, short guy, that was with Tupac and them. He didn't leave when they left. And he was just on the wall stiff. And I walked up to him and I was like, yo, you good? He was like, yeah. And I said, come with me in the back. I brought him in what they call the live room, where they have instruments, right? And I searched him. He had a hammer on him. I took it off his waist.
But you had to search him?
Yeah. Took it off his waist, put it in the piano. And I said, the cops are gonna search this floor. So now, let a couple days go by and you can come back and get your shit. And he was like, thanks. I said, don't worry about it. Months later, me and Big, God bless the dead, we in Daddy's house. And we're talking about this. And Big is like, yo, I don't know why he would think that I had anything to do with that. Tupac came to New York and I told him about hanging out with these guys. Tupac went and told these niggas that Big said that shit. So now they was on after Big. See, you don't hear that shit. You
No,
dig?
I do hear it.
You heard that.
It's not pulverized. It's not,
Right.
But I did hear that.
So Big was mad
Go ahead.
that Pac put him on blast. He said, I can't believe that. I'm the one that went and got his gun for him out the studio. And I looked and I said, you got it out the piano. He said, how'd you know? I said, because I put it there. All of that shit that happened afterwards was a ploy. And it was manufactured by Suge Knight.
When you say ploy, I don't know what a ploy means.
Here's the thing.
It was a game plan. It was a game plan to get him to go
it was
over
a
there.
strategy. It was a strategy.
So if you think about back then, Tupac got convicted of the rape, he went to jail. That sucker nigga Kevin Powell did an interview for Vibe with Tupac.
The writer, Kevin Powell.
The light-skinned guy, I know him.
And Tupac said, Thug Life is dead. He said, I might be killed after this interview, but I want my truth to be known. Right? And he's doing the interview, right? Suge Knight goes to get him out of jail.
Yeah.
When Suge Knight got him out of jail, it's the first time you heard Biggie and Puff did it. That whole East Coast, West Coast shit was manufactured by Suge. Suge did that shit.
But not the shooting. You're saying that.
No. I'm talking
after the
about
fact.
right.
Okay. Just to be
the
clear.
Blaming of
Right.
Puff and
how
Big.
it happened, yeah.
That was Suge.
So not Vibe, not the media. You're saying Suge.
Tupac wasn't saying that. Tupac was blaming street guys. After Suge came and got him out of jail.
And that's the reason. I'm gonna be honest. That's where I keep asking you, because when Tupac was blaming the street guys, you was one of the #1 names.
Yeah, but I wasn't a street guy.
He wasn't. He was writing songs.
I was a rapper.
He was rapping.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't really let you get away with
But
that.
you have to because the thing is, you have to.
Sound like a spy novel.
Yeah, but you have to. You know why? Because you wouldn't know that if you didn't have a foot in the street. You ain't know anything about me. What'd you know?
I'm not gonna lie, you're very good.
I'm just saying, what would you know? But it's the truth. Like, what would you know, right? So if I never spoke about this before, right, and I'm telling you how this shit unraveled. If you see media, if it's on the newspaper tomorrow on the cover, y'all all gonna talk. Trump gets impeached. Everybody in the room is going, Trump gets impeached, but he's not gonna be removed, but he's impeached.
Right.
You don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, they don't know the nuance.
He's still the president of the United States.
Well, your case is different.
Come on.
Are you still gonna ask him if he robbed him? But ask him.
I had to be fair.
Ask him one more time.
I had to be fair to my fans. Listen,
come on.
You're a real nigga.
But you only know that.
And real niggas in the world be like, yo,
rob
Lil
people?
Shawn, no. They said, this is what they say. They say, Lil Shawn, Scooter, you named his name. Now that you named it. And what's the other nigga?
I don't know. Somebody.
What's the other nigga? The other nigga. The other Brooklyn nigga. They said that y'all three niggas, the niggas that robbed Tupac.
Yeah, but I'm telling you.
And then y'all bring it to Gabriel.
But
damn, you in there
too? Use a motherfucker.
That was definitely a joke.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
It's been
25 years, yeah.
Is there a statute of limitations to that?
Of course. But 25 years, right?
Yes.
I was the only one questioned for the crime.
Oh, you were actually questioned over it?
I thought they questioned Big too.
No, I was the only one questioned. And I wouldn't. No.
They came out.
No. Nope. I was the only one questioned for the crime.
So you were a prime suspect at that moment?
Yeah, because I had an open case in the same precinct.
Right.
At that time. And I said, I'll sit down with them. I don't care. But Andre has to be there.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. So we're in Andre's office and they get there and they're like, yeah, we heard you were jealous of Tupac. And I'm like, really?
And this is the feds or this is
No,
regular
state.
Okay.
Don't even say
Let's take it.
NYPD.
Yeah.
And they said, we heard you were jealous of Tupac. I'm like, really? That's your angle? All right. Peace. And I got up and walked out. Like, what are you
Great
talking
story,
about?
guys.
Yeah, because, oh, nah, you know that. Come on, champ. Come on, champ.
So,
you did.
Wait a minute.
But bruh, listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
If I take something from you, it's going to ruin your life. If I take your chain and your watch, that ain't going to ruin your life. So, if I ever rob somebody, it won't be that.
Right. But you ever get offended by those stories?
All the time. But not anymore after the past think about it. I'm in jail. And that shit is coming to me.
And people is
in
accusing
jail
you of robbing Tupac.
Right, but you know
how did that happen? Like when you're in jail, niggas are like, you robbed Tupac.
It's not just robbing, it's
you're in every jail, right? You're in every jail, right?
I started in Virginia. I did the counties.
Every jail.
And then I did Otisville, and then I went to Fort Dix, and I came home from Fort
tour.
Dix.
That's you went from the camp or you was in the actual Fort Dix?
I was on the east side.
And the west side.
I was on the west side, and then I went to the camp because the camp wasn't built when I got there. And then I got kicked out the camp, went to solitary for 6 months,
no idea what
and then got back on the west side with Emery and them. And then I left from there. But, you know.
Fort Dix is different. Everybody has y'all.
Yo, man, pull up the chair, man.
What the fuck is y'all? What is y'all? What is that?
Everybody has
That's their thing, bro. That's their thing. They come into the store. Yo, let me see that yalla. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. 5 kilos
I gotta start saying that. So the thing is, right?
Yes.
For me,
yes,
there was no internet when I went to jail.
God bless you for saying that. I swear.
There's no internet.
I'm going after the old.
So when I came home in '98, no, not '98, 2003 September, I saw the internet, and I'm like, wow, this shit is nuts. And then I saw cameras everywhere. I'm like, damn, you can't do nothing to nobody.
Nothing.
It's a different place.
And it, depending on the type of person you are, it kind of makes you a better person because you have restraint.
Yeah.
Right?
Great.
I got road rage. I like throwing shit out my car. Like, I like chasing people. But you're on camera.
Very true.
So you see all these kids, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, all these guys.
Let's talk about it.
Open and shut case because you're on
in front of camera. They do everything.
And there's a time where we didn't have cameras.
Hell yeah.
Right? And if they solved the crime, it was a rat. Now they got the rat and the footage.
And the rat's kind of like a cool nigga too.
They even need the rat. Like, that's you.
The rat is kind of cool. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Gabe. Let's go.
There's a situation.
Raphael is
couple of weeks ago, talking about cameras. I came up with the same era. No cameras, no fucking Instagram, no MySpace, none of that shit.
Yeah.
I was probably in the same clubs this guy was in.
Okay.
Envy.
He didn't even acknowledge you. He didn't look at you or nothing.
I'm telling you, he looks very familiar. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Hey, bro, he looks very familiar. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Let's keep going.
I was at that time. I was running around with my man Boomer.
Boomer.
Brooklyn. Yeah, Boomer. Heavy guy. I was running. No, I had no hair at all. No, I got pictures. No long hair at all. I had the braid. I had the sideburns back then. I was running with my man Boomer. He had my back. It was back then we used to call them the Wolves and all of this and all of that. Those guys were not fucking around.
I respect Boomer.
Not fucking around.
Let's go.
I was in the club with a backpack with a bunch of gold, diamonds, all bunch of shit in there. I'm telling you, you look familiar, bro.
What did I do? What are you saying I did?
I feel like you didn't do anything.
He's saying you robbed.
No, you didn't.
Hey, you clapping because you said he robbed him?
I'm fucking around. It was a joke, man.
I was in Envy at one point. I think Flex was DJing. I don't fucking remember.
You was at Club Envy and
Yes,
Flex was DJing.
Yes,
Alexis.
and I was
What year?
2002.
2002. Your bracelet looks so crazy. Look, can you show the people your bracelet? Can you show the people? Look at this bracelet. That's like.
What were you gonna say?
2002, I was in jail, so it wasn't me.
It wasn't. And what I'm saying wasn't you. I'm just saying you look familiar.
It wasn't.
I'm not saying it was you.
It wasn't me.
Nothing happened. I'm not saying.
He said nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
I'm just saying. I'm saying I was in there, and I don't know. It was. They were afraid. They were scared. I was in there because. They were like, yo, bro, you need to go upstairs to the DJ booth. I remember it was up top. You weren't home.
Did they ever make you go to the DJ booth?
Never. No. They made me go up to the DJ booth. They're like, yo, stay right here. Don't fucking move. I'm like, what happened?
And this is
young kid. I didn't understand what's going on.
What happened?
Nothing. Flex wanted some shit, and I was there, and whatever, But still, what he was saying about the whole Instagram and the whole flexing and all of this and all that, I'm not that guy either. If you see my Instagram, maybe I'll put a picture here or there of myself, but I would never ever say, yeah, I did this.
Yeah,
I did that. If you know, you know.
No, but you did a lot of custom good jewelry.
Yes, I understand that. But if you know, you know. You don't see me.
You should claim my shit.
Nah.
When you say my shit, you say, yes, I did that.
No, because
you say, I did that.
Because some people, they just, I'm not gonna name names, obviously, but some people, they love to move around in funny ways and.
You gotta say names, man. Come on.
No, we're not saying names. You're here. Wait, hell, you're not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Wait, you shot him?
No. Yeah. I robbed him. No.
Listen,
I'm not. Listen, at the end of the day, when it's very, it's somehow because right now, I'm looking at the error of the jewelry and the whole thing. Definitely not mad. Definitely not, because you got to roll with the times.
Can I ask you? Because a lot of people came from the Coliseum.
Yes.
They came from Queens.
They came from Brooklyn, Queens.
Brooklyn and Queens.
now to 40.
Come on, bro. I'm about to fucking.
Please make sure my car didn't get crashed. But now they came from Brooklyn, Queens, but now they're in the Diamond District. Now
Because that's where they want to be. At the end of the me, honestly, I want to get the fuck out of there and go to Fifth Avenue and go
Let
to.
me give you a Diamond District story.
Oh, here we
So
go.
now,
Yes.
I'm getting ready to go in. This is 98.
I was about 19.
I just signed a huge deal with Sylvia Rome, right?
Sylvia's good. I know Sylvia very
And
well.
I can't go to Tito because he's not right.
Right, because of that thing, right?
So I go to my cousin Don Pooh.
Tito is telling?
Yeah, he's telling.
So I go to my cousin Don Pooh and I'm like, yo, I need you to take me to Jacob because I don't know him. But if he knows you, right, he'll deal with me correct.
Right.
Because I heard that he wasn't
You
all
say
the way
your cousin
right.
is Don Pooh?
Yeah. Right?
I love the way he just said that.
So he brings me there. I pick out some earrings. I give him $8,800. Right? I go to jail. A year later, somebody came to visit me wearing them. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, where you got them stones from? They're yellow. And they're like, these are yours. I'm like, those ain't mine. And they're like, no, these are your stones. And I'm looking going, those ain't mine, they're yellow. Said they turned yellow one day. Right?
Oh, man.
He already, don't say, you already know, right? So now I got a lot of time left. I want to get out that day.
Don't tell me you.
Kill
Hold on a
Jacob,
second.
right?
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Don't tell me.
Wait.
Okay.
So now,
Okay.
I come home. It's not even on my mind anymore 5 years later, right? I get with Dame. We're back and forth to Beverly Hills, right? Private jetting, right? We're in a party in Beverly Hills at this place called Teddy's, right? And
Jacob walks in?
no.
Okay.
Quincy Jones is there. Dame is talking to Quincy. Sanaya Lathan, Quincy's daughters, right? And I'm just off to the side by myself. I go to the bathroom. I come out the bathroom. I stop at the bar to get me a drink.
Wait, who actually here, right?
I go to the bathroom and come out and get me a drink. I'm at the bar. Jacob and his wife walks up next to me. And I look, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I said, you don't remember me? And he's like, nah. I said, yo, motherfucker, you sold me laser-treated stones. They were laser-treated. You know about that.
Yes.
After a year, they turn a color.
Not after a year. It depends. If you put heat on them, they turn a certain color.
I've never heard of this shit.
So it's called clarity. It's called.
No, I'm not getting a lot of money. No,
that means they're fake, though.
No, they're not fake.
Continue.
It doesn't mean they're fake. It's listen to me. Let's say that there's like the original ones would cost say $25,000.
Right.
That's why he paid $8,800 at that time.
Okay.
Understand? Because they're still considered diamonds. They just come out of the earth the same way.
Listen,
we just laser them.
I bought clear
clean them up.
stones. I'm in jail. They turn yellow. I got a problem. I ain't buy yellow stones.
Yeah.
And he act like he
But
didn't know
yellow's
me.
good. And
Yeah, but see,
but you talk about
No, if you buy them white and they turn yellow, that's
Right.
a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a fucking problem.
Maybe it went up in price at that point.
so now, so Dame walks up and he looks at
Dame.
And you know, Dame
got jokes.
So I grab him. I'm like, yo, bruh, I
You
need
grab
my
Jacob?
money when I get back. $8,800 ain't nothing to Dame at the time, right? So he's like, yo, Shawn, what happened? I said, listen, mind your business. I got him, right? And
To Jacob.
Yeah, and he looks at Dame. He's like, yo, I don't even know who this guy is. Motherfucker, you know me, right?
Yeah.
And I pull him close and Dame separates us. I'm like, yo, when I get back to New York, I'm coming to your office. Right after that, he gets locked up with the BMF case.
I ain't gonna lie, he owe me some money from that day too.
You see what I'm saying?
I have a story. I have a story about
I ain't
this.
gonna lie, I would
Yo.
have never said nothing unless you said it.
Listen to me. I have a story about
See,
this.
I don't
Hold on.
care.
No, I
Because
do
you
care.
can't beat me. It doesn't even matter. Like,
I just want.
Right, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. When you
I
see
want
me,
like one of them like fake Richard Millers that he got. He got like
Listen to me.
Jacobs.
And
Yeah. It looked like Richard
listen,
Millers.
I was in Atlanta at the time when BMF, these guys would meet you throwing hundreds in the crowd.
Yeah.
Literally, when they throwing dollar bills, these guys are throwing hundreds.
They threw couple hundred
No, I'm
grand.
being very serious. They threw hundreds, like literally, and a lot of them.
In the place, in the Diamond District.
Yeah. No, in Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Fucking cars. What was
but
that
they never
club?
came to you?
So listen, I'm getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a process.
Funny motherfucker.
You know, I know.
I'm staring.
I'm
I'm
good
like,
at my job.
and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? And let me mind you, at that time, it was only Jacob had no competition for a good 15,
it was him
15
by
years.
himself.
I
It was
come at
Tito and
18,
Jacob.
at 17, 18 years old, right across the street from him, and we banging back and forth. We going nuts. My mom is in there making sure everything's straight because I'm traveling all over the place. I'm everywhere. I'm in Orlando, here, there.
Let's talk about it.
I get to Atlanta, and somebody was like, yo, you gotta go to A. There's this fucking crew that's getting stupid money. I was like, what the fuck you talking about? At that time, Jeezy was just popped off with the whole, he had that song with Akon.
Well, he's a part of that.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, let's go down there. I can take my man Boom. I don't know, you probably heard of him or not.
I know who he is.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
My man Boom comes with me from Brooklyn. You know, it's a Brooklyn guy. You know, everybody, these guys, I don't know.
And they know the BMF.
Yeah, so I grew up in Starrett City, by the way.
I know.
Okay, very good.
I put it together. I'm sitting there.
So I'm like, all right, let's go down there. We go down there, and we just scoping the place out. You know, we just seeing what's going on, who's, you know, what's what, who got money. You know, I'm the jeweler. I got, at that time, you know, popping off.
There's no jewelers in Atlanta? You're not
there is
jeweler
a few.
beef?
There's a lot of jeweler beef. They're just a bunch of pussies, and you know, we're gonna get into that.
No, he's right.
So we're gonna get into that because
Go ahead, go.
So I go in there, you know, I feel like this guy because he's his guy in his world, and I feel like I'm the guy in my world.
Yeah, I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So
and you are the guy.
And I'm not with all the instant. I'm gonna come up and smack the shit out of your ass, basically. So whatever, we down there, and I see these guys. They bring me up to their VIPs. Yo, bro, they're fucking shit.
BMF guys.
BMF, yo, they're fucking throwing crazy money everywhere. Literally crazy money everywhere. All the dudes that are, you know, trying to, you know, spend some money, just embarrass themselves. Like, just go home, bro. Go home.
That's real shit.
So somebody just comes up there like, yo, you know, my man Boom was going around talking, letting them know I'm here. So somehow, a day or two later, word gets to them, and I think each wanted some crazy shit. Some literally crazy shit.
And you was looking at him like, you know.
I'm like, get out of here, bro. I'm like, yeah, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, how much? I said, whatever, I don't know, 5 million. All right. Told me some bread, like, stay here. Couple days. So, fucking guys, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm like, I gotta go home.
You lucky.
Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Seriously, they came out of nowhere with fucking bags. 2 of them, just size of this table, a little smaller. About right here.
For the bread?
You lucky.
I called him up. I was like, yo, I was 18, 19. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? I said, get the fuck out of there now.
You lucky.
Get the fuck out of there now.
I wouldn't have even said that on camera. You lucky.
Whatever.
And I'm not gonna lie, he's been 18 or 19 for a lot of these years, man.
It happened in that time frame.
No, but I have to ask you.
18, 19, 20, I was like all in that 2-3 year era. Joe Crack, I love him to death.
Yes.
Joe Crack told me when we were at Jimmy's Uptown, you remember on 57th?
I love Jimmy's Uptown, yes.
He told me, he's like, yo, Gabe, if I'm with you or not, you a motherfucker, you gonna make it, cause you got it. I see it in you. And I was the second only jeweler he ever fucked with besides Jacob. He cut me that fucking one check. I made like 7 or 8 TS pieces back in the days for him.
You made the TS pieces?
Yeah.
Let's make some noise for that. I feel like we should make some noise.
So, segue.
I gotta piss so bad.
Yeah,
I've
me too.
been staying here. So, y'all niggas are very interesting.
Let me just give you this, right? So, I've been doing, you know, I was personal training for 22 years, right? Getting people in shape, right?
Talk about it.
And then I started designing meal plans for people to stop going
Oh, I
to
need
the
to talk
gym,
to you afterwards.
get off the medication, all that shit, fuck the gym, fuck your trainer.
Wait, the meal plan says fuck the gym? You didn't send me that instruction.
He definitely didn't send me that.
I didn't send him anything. But yeah.
You sent me the meal plan. You didn't say fuck the gym.
I called him for information.
So my meal plan that I designed, you can sit home and watch TV and lose weight.
Oh man, I need to talk to you.
Right? And I've been selling it on Instagram, right? So, and I'm saying this because, right, a friend of yours told me to tell you what's up. He's down 20 pounds off the meal plan. And I gave him the meal plan, and he sends me these, right? So he said, when you see Nori, tell him I said, what's up? Mayor.
That's my
Mayor.
Mayor sends me a video every morning, and he says how many pounds that he lost off the meal plan.
He looks great.
I'm gonna call him tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, nigga, you're not sneaky at all.
At all.
Go take your peepees, man. I gotta take a piss. Go take your peepees. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm asking up
No. You keep going.
Go ahead. We're gonna talk uptown questions real quick.
Keep going. This nigga, listen, this is probably the only guest we know that knew Biggie and Tupac.
All right, go take your piss.
I gotta take one. I'll be right back.
This is what I want to know. Tell me Heavy D stories.
Heavy D?
Yeah.
All right, so I met Hev probably while hanging out at Uptown.
Right.
He's the first person that ever showed me love.
Was he an executive at Uptown ever?
Nope.
Because it seemed like he was bringing in all the artists.
Nope. Hev was around from the beginning.
Right.
And he was the first person in Andre's ear. So Andre Harrell was the CEO of Uptown. And he always listened to Hev.
Did Hev help bring Big into the picture?
No.
I know Puff, but I'm saying Blue Funk was the first time I heard Big, like, serious.
Hev told Andre, you need to hire this kid, Puff Daddy.
Oh, so he brought Puff into the building.
He brought Puff there. Puff did everything else. So everything that came from Puff initially came from Hev.
Right.
So whatever Puff had access to was automatically given to Hev because of who Hev was.
Right.
So Hev was like the matriarch of Uptown MCA. Coolest motherfucker. Everybody loved him. Actors, old people, young people, all the
He just appealed to everybody.
Right. You know, so in Mount Vernon, all of the gangsters, all of the thugs, the young guns, right? They all hung out at Hev's house. They ate food, we worked out, right? And Hev was a mama's boy. So Hev really never left his parents.
He was Jamaican as well.
Dwight Myers, he never
So
left.
Mama's Boy is not far from Caribbean. Everybody in Caribbean is a Mama's Boy.
Hev is Jamaican.
Let's just be real.
Right. So Hev never left the nest.
Right.
So he did over the whole house.
And I'm saying that as a Cuban person. We Caribbean too.
And the basement was Hev shit. So I used to get up every morning, drive from Brooklyn all the way to Mount Vernon, and work out with them in the basement.
Right.
So Hev had you remember the Young Guns? Okay. So
not to be confused with
not
to be confused with Philly Young Guns.
Yeah, because Young Chris is out here writing everybody around.
Yeah, no, not Young Christian. Way before that.
But in my mind,
right. So
I see Young Chris and Wale. I know that doesn't make sense
at all. So So Hev was the person in Mount Vernon that everybody went to for advice.
Heavy D.
Yep, and Hev would tell you what to do, what not to do. Hev put Puffy on.
Nigga, what barrels are you from? You from every barrel.
No, I went everywhere.
You really
if you're a real G, then you go area. No problem.
So now, at the time, AZ the rapper is calling my house every day.
Yo, he got everybody. He can say a story about everybody, bro. And you did that on purpose right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you.
No, he's a real nigga.
Listen,
I mean, it was good. It was good. It was good. But you did it on purpose.
We're doing an interview, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you come from Brooklyn, you gotta know who he is.
So look, right? So AZ is calling my house every day, rapping on the phone.
He's rapping to you on the phone.
Nas album.
Long before.
Before he's not.
Yeah, because one of his cousins was living in my neighborhood, so he used to always come and stay summers, right? And that's how I know him. So he's calling my phone every day, rapping. Rapping to the point I put the phone down. I'm like, hello.
He's still rapping.
Still going.
In my mind, he wants to say visualizing the business and lifestyle.
You say some other shit.
He just got himself some lyrics.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead,
So I'm like, listen, I'm in, but I'm not in. I could put you on, but I really can't put you on. But I have an idea. I call Hev's best friend, D.O. You remember D.O.?
Yes.
I call Damian Blyden, Hev's right-hand man. You ever seen Hev, you always seen a tall, dark-skinned, bald guy with him.
I was about to say dark-skinned.
He was the best, okay? I call him. I'm like, I got a guy that you need to meet. And I'm like, he's really good. I'm saucing it up, right?
And you're talking about Heavy D? Or who are you talking about?
Damien, D.O. And he's like, all right, I sent him the number. He calls AZ, invites him to Mount Vernon. Pete Rock is really not Heavy D's blood cousin.
What?
No. Hev
Come on, man,
said,
you ruin us.
I'm telling you the truth. Listen, you want to know the truth? I'm going to tell you the truth.
I'm trying to tell you the truth.
Come on, man. We grew up on this.
Hev
Just
said,
fucking up our reality.
Hev said that Pete Rock was his cousin because it would make a smooth transition. So if you like Hev, you're going to like his cousin. And he's doing fire beats, right? It's Pete Rock. It's my cousin. There you go. So Pete Rock is doing
What, you gonna ruin
beats.
Santa Claus next?
No. Better not. I think Santa Claus is real.
Maybe. Right? So he hooks up with AZ, brings AZ to Pete Rock's basement. Pete Rock is doing tracks for Nas. First album, Illmatic.
So you're not gonna tell me Pete Rock introduced Nas to AZ?
Damian D.O. introduced Pete Rock to AZ. Pete Rock is doing tracks for Nas's first album. That's how Nas meets AZ.
Yeah, he kind of just told you that.
So now look.
You're not about to tell him that that's the way that they
Wait a
met.
minute. So now that's how AZ got on Nas's first album. Now,
because he from East New York, he from Queensbridge. There's
right.
no way other than your story right now.
So it makes
doesn't
sense,
make
right?
sense.
Okay, I'm from
now
Brooklyn,
it makes
right?
sense, yes.
Cool. So now, I just did the introduction and I backed out of it, right? Today, when you meet an artist and you're like, wow, I could make a bunch of money from, let me sign them. That wasn't my thing. Cool. They meet and then history happens, right? A couple years ago, they do a documentary on AZ. So I said, let me
BT?
watch.
Was this BT?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I watched the shit.
Okay.
And there's no mention of me. And I'm like, that's not how they met. So I go on social media and I'm like, yo, what kind of bullshit is this? That's not what happened. There wasn't no elaborate, I was a big hustler and that's bullshit. So I reach out, tag everybody. I'm like, yo, what kind of sucker shit is this?
Tag everybody.
Yeah. And D.O. goes, he's telling the truth.
AZ's manager.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Right.
And that's how AZ got on Nas' album. You know, so keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want no money, but goddamn, listen, I negotiated Busta Rhymes' solo contract outside of Leaders of the New School. Of course. Outside of Leaders of the New School when he went solo.
How you a Busta right now?
Great.
Okay.
Because
you negotiated. That's not past negotiating.
Yeah, because the thing is, when you came into rap back in the days, right? It was a lot of people. You know, a lot of people wasn't getting money. You got a deal,
Yeah,
right.
but that didn't mean you made money. And it's crazy. My lawyer then is my lawyer now. She just texted me, right?
She said, "Get the fuck out of there."
Same lawyer.
She's like, "Get the fuck out of drink shit."
Right? Not me, right? So, Busta Rhymes' cousin is on my case. This kid I grew up with. So that's how Busta ended up in
I don't know
Brooklyn.
when you said Busta Rhymes' cousin's on your case. I don't know if that means that his cousin.
Well, just leave it at that.
No. I'm gonna explain. We grew up together. Okay. So Busta's parents got a divorce. One went to Long Island, one stayed in Brooklyn. So that's how he's from Long Island, and then his father stayed in Brooklyn.
Right.
His father just passed, God rest his soul, right?
Yeah.
So I get a deal. The way my deal was structured, I got paid before the record was made.
Baseball contract. I respect that.
Bow. So I drive up on Troy and Church where we used to all hang out on the corner, right, in East Flatbush. I got Mary J. Blige with me. And Buster, I'm not fucking with this guy.
This guy.
I'm out.
This guy been flossing the whole.
No, I'm telling you the shit.
Real shit.
So, I never smoked weed. All right. So, you know, I drive up on the block with Mary.
Right.
And you got
Easy.
some guys that Buster grew up with that was hustling on the corner, Troy and Church.
Flatbush niggas.
Yep.
Flatbush massive.
Yep.
Respect.
And he's a funny motherfucker. So, this is the first time they saw my car.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Buster told me the story. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
So,
Buster Biggie
Buster Spliff, right? I grew up with Will. His name is Willie, right? And, yeah, Willie. So these are, yeah, look, this is a funny motherfucker. So I drive up, and it's the first time they see me with jewelry. It's the first time they see my car. And then I got Mary with me. So Buster's like stuck.
And Mary's already married.
First single.
No, Mary has never
Which is the first single at that time?
Mary's always been married.
Which is already popping.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard it's popping.
So she gets out the car and she's in the bus stop with them. She don't know what's going
This is
on.
Flatbush.
Yeah. She don't know what's going on. And you know, I get out the car and we're talking. Buster pulls me to the side. He's like, yo, how the fuck you got all of this? I got videos on TV. I have none of this. And I'm like, well, it depends on how your deal is structured. I said, I don't know what's going on with you, but I'll be back tomorrow and we'll sit down and just be transparent and tell me everything that's going on and I'll fix your shit. Next day I pull up, we sitting in the car, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna link you with this attorney. I call her, she just texted me. I called Denise Brown. I'm like, listen, Busta Rhymes, a childhood friend of mine, he's on Elektra. I need you to fix his shit. And he's going solo.
This is what he's gonna do this in the school.
Right, so he's beefing with Charlie Brown at the time.
Right.
And they're having a lot of internal turmoil, right?
Yep.
But he's the guy, so this is why he was plucked for the Scenario remix and all these.
Was Leaders on Elektra at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was just
He was
gonna go
with Dante
solo
Ross
on Elektra itself, right?
So at the time,
the fuck, how many things we dropping in this motherfucker, yo?
So hooked up with Denise Brown, who was a friend of Sylvia Rome, who spearheaded Elektra. Negotiated his solo deal, gave him a solo contract, gave him a bag. He bought his first car. And that's how he was.
I feel like it's a Pathfinder.
No, it was a Forerunner.
Same shit.
Talking about Busta?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how he went solo and got on his way.
About Busta.
Right, so
You got a story?
between him and AZ and stuff like that, I've always been integral behind the scenes. If you my man and I know where
He's
it's
my
at.
nigga. Listen, let me tell you something. This is a real nigga right here. Like
Busta
he
very-
stepped up. Like
yeah.
I was trying to do something, and he stepped up, and he just did it without any equivocations. He don't care. That he's a good nigga. Like I wanna. Every time I ever needed you, the nigga just stepped up and he just was there, and then told me like, I'll be in the back, Lord. Like, you know, I'll be in the back. Like,
that's true about Busta.
Here's the thing.
Wait,
Time out. Sorry, not to interject. Here's the thing, right?
yes, please.
If you are going to give somebody something, and this is for everybody in the room, be a cheerful giver.
Right.
what if they take it from you?
Listen,
That's not
if
giving.
you're giving something,
Yeah, it's not
no
giving.
one can
You're
take
not giving anything,
from
but they come and
listen,
take it.
Listen,
Acting like they did something.
listen. Hear
No,
what
but he's talking about the giving
Hear
part.
what I'm saying. Right?
Right.
Hear what I'm saying. If you're a cheerful giver, you give from your
Of course.
heart. And you're not worried about what's coming back because there's no string on it.
Right.
And if I give it to you, it's yours.
Right.
And whether or not you
Accepted.
Accept it, give it back, return the favor. That's on you. It's off of me. I gave you. And it came from a good place, and I'm good. And God will deal with you later, whether you were right or wrong, and that's just what it is. So for me, so for me, right? You could say many things have been said, but up until this point, I've been blessed. I have no problems. I'm cool. I'll be 50 on Saturday.
Wait, come on. Looking like 35 years old out here.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, we didn't grow up from the sandbox. We met on the fucking phone, and we connected, and we've been great ever since. Because that's what it is.
But I'm gonna be honest. Because I want to big him up, because I know he's like a humble guy. But when I went to the back to see Jay at the same show I seen you at, and I seen him. He's like, "Yo, what's up, Nori? I'm like, what's up, nigga?" That nigga looked and said, "Where's little Shawn?" And he looked, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm not a Brooklyn nigga. Let me get the fuck out of here."
See, the thing is, for
this
us,
before y'all actually seen each other. And then you seen each other?
Right. And I didn't know you were there.
I was there. And
so
when you see me after.
Right, so when I got to the section, see, you guys gotta understand, right? For me,
like Jay,
I hadn't been around in 22 years.
Hold on, tell me. I want to describe this situation. Like, Jay-Z really wanted to see this nigga. No, that's serious. I'm out there, and Jay, we hitting each other. Like, I hit him all the time. Like, it's okay. But he really wanted to go back to his Brooklyn roots and be with this nigga. Like, I kid you not.
You know what I used to always say? And I'll tell you this, right? I used to always tell Jay, so you hear about 500 State Street. We used to be there every evening before we go hang out. So when Clark introduced Dame to Jay, we would gather all the Brooklyn guys, and then we'll go to the city, and Dame have all his Uptown guys, and we would meet in Midtown and party. And I used to always tell Jay, you are the best rapper that nobody has ever heard of as of yet. So one day he calls me, wakes me up out my sleep. I'm like, what up? He's like, oh, I woke you and I'll call you back. I said, nah, I'm up, what's up? He said, yo, man, do you have any connections with radio? Because I'm waiting for Dame to get me a meeting and I haven't heard anything, it's been 2 weeks. I said, well, yeah, I'm on regular rotation with Don Perignon at the time at Hot 97. What you need? He said, yo, I would like a meeting. I said, all right, cool. But you have to drive. By the time you get to my house from Marcy, I'll be dressed. But you drive and I'll bring you up there. Him, B-High, and I want to say Bleak, drove that white GS
I can see this.
to my house, picked me up, we went to Hot 97.
Right.
We walked in. I never went there and asked anybody to play my record. Ever. I've never asked a DJ to do anything for me. Never. I didn't care about that. I just wanted the money. Like, fuck all that other shit. Give me the check. So we get there. The program director was Tracy Clardy. You remember her?
Of course I do.
Okay.
White girl.
Exactly. So you know where she's at now?
Have no idea.
She's running Viacom and BET.
Fucking phenomenal.
And all that cypher shit, that's her.
I love her. Okay.
Cool.
The cypher on BET Awards.
And this white lady, chain-smoking lunatic, but cool as a motherfucker. If she stamp it, it's done. She created all that cypher shit for BET. Okay. All the award shows, right? Cool. That. Walk in her office. I'm like, Tracy, I've never been here. I was messing with one of her friends at the time. I said, I've never been here and asked you for anything. I said, but this guy, he's the one.
You took him off.
Jay, I said, you gotta play his record. And they got a bag for you. Take the fucking bag. The following, 2 days later, was my birthday. It's funny, right?
He's saying he has a bag for the radio?
Tracy. if need be, let me say that, right? As a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Okay? So, Tracy is sitting there, and she didn't say anything. She's like, damn, you've never even asked me for anything for you. he must be somebody important. 2 days later, it was my birthday. We was in the Palladium. I can't find the picture. Me, Biggs, Dame, Jay, and everybody they fucked with, and Tracy. Right? So Jay is like, yo, what can I do for you? I'm like, nothing. Get me a bottle of Cristal. I don't know. It was my birthday. Bought a bottle of Cristal. We're there getting drunk. Cool. 3 days later, presidents to represent me. Regular rotation.
Wow.
Prior to that, it was Battle of the Beats. You remember Battle of the Beats?
Put Hickey's on my little song.
Right? So that's how Jay initially got on the radio.
But let's be clear. Because I so respect you telling us the Jay story. But let's be clear. The person that said your name first.
Biggie. Oh, let me tell you why. There was a reason. So
let's go there.
That you're talking about Party and Bullshit.
Party and
right.
Bullshit.
And that was his first record.
Yeah.
Right? So there was a lady that worked for Uptown MCA. She did styling. And she worked right next to Puff. Her name was Sybil Pinnock. She dressed everybody on Uptown MCA. Uptown MCA was like an incubator. And everybody was probably from Harlem or the Bronx. And then there was me and then the Lost Boys from Queens. Right?
And so, you couldn't have robbed everybody there?
Come on, man. Why you keep put this rob shit on me, man?
I'm being honest. You noticed the robbery, nigga. I'm being honest. See, I gotta show it out.
You've been robbing people the whole episode.
In my mind. In my mind. I'm sorry.
So now, one day, Sybil goes, we're in the office hanging out. And this is what you did at Uptown MCA. You just hung out there every day. You listened to music. You picked beats. The studio was next door. And the budgets were open. And this is all we did. So Sybil goes to me and Biggie, there's a movie I want you guys to read for. We're gonna take a cab down to this casting thing, right? I never did that shit. Biggie was on Uptown. So this is before Puff lost his deal there and did Arista and Bad Boy. There was no Bad Boy. Biggie was on Uptown, okay?
This is before you did the verse on Supercat's joint?
Well, no.
Around the same time.
Right, same time.
Right.
So now, we all jump in a cab. Me, Biggie, and Sybil. We went to this office on Broadway between Houston and whatever, Bleecker. Went in this place. They gave us a script. I don't know about reading, so I'm looking down, reading this shit. They said, all right, thank you. Then Big went in, did the same thing. Came out, he was like,
You told me Big did love and hip hop before.
No. He's enjoying this shit, right? So now,
stupid.
That night, I'm in the studio with Heb. Heb is doing So For Real.
I forgot.
So For Real.
So I'm telling Heb, yo, Sybil bought me to read for this movie. So Heb is like, word? All right. So what, you think you got the part? I'm like, nah, it was terrible, right?
Who's the man?
Nope. So I'm like, man, fuck that script, right? Months later, the movie comes out. Hev has the part
that you was supposed to have.
That we read for.
What is it?
This was New Jersey Drive.
Oh. I had deserved that part.
So now, I was terrible. So the reason why Big did Party and Bullshit and mentioned me.
But he's in like a little Shawn.
Puffy brought him to the Muse. This is way before you.
I was in the Muse.
You was in the Muse?
I was in the Muse.
He's a young bad motherfucker,
Yeah.
right? He didn't even have a business doing outside, right? He's outside.
Definitely in the Muse, guy.
So it's on Canal and West Broadway.
Yes.
And I got like a 96 guys with me, and we're in there, and I'm getting ready to go on
You got
stage.
like 96 guys with you?
About 96
Jesus
guys.
Christmas.
Which means he has 117.
Yeah, easy.
So Puff comes to me, he's like, yo, I'm thinking about signing this guy. I want to see how he does.
Talking about Big.
Yep. I want to see how he does in front of a crowd. Do you mind? I'm like,
stop, please, because what you're saying
is monumental, man.
It's monumental. I'm being honest.
It's not for you to just be like, he said this.
I wanted to stop you Because what you just said was crack. Now, continue.
So now, I'm actually on stage waiting for them to cue the DAT.
The DAT.
And nobody knows what DAT players are, right?
Yeah, we all know it. Well, not everybody.
The DAT, right?
The digital DAT.
And I'm like, Puff, anything for you. He introduces me to Big, who was Biggie Smalls at the time.
But right. Isn't your nigga from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
It's your homie from
I don't know him yet.
You don't know him.
He got an orange Champion sweatshirt on, some camouflage pants, right?
Yeah.
And I meet him, hug him. Right. I'm like, so he's like, yo, he's from Brooklyn. I'm like, oh, word? Even better. He gets on stage, he freestyles to Biz Markie Doodle Rap instrumental. Kills it.
Crazy.
Right? After that, he did Party and Bullshit and mentioned me in the record. That was a thank you. And we've been like this until he died.
Whoa.
Yeah. What's one of the most craziest people that just walked into your fucking shit and just bust some jewelry?
Probably Busta.
Busta?
Great guy though.
He just walked in and he just bought jewelry?
I think it was, just like that. Because I think I was doing stuff for Swizz and you know, they're tight over there, so.
That's a Dior shirt you got on?
I ain't gonna lie.
You got money.
Is this see-through?
I don't know what your see-through shit is.
You got your see-through shit on?
Look, no, it's Jamaican shit.
It's Jamaican.
That's some blood clot. Yard shit. That's some yard shit.
You got some yard shit on.
No, Busta was very, he's very, yo, I'm outside. My shit ready.
By the way, let me big up the Busta rounds.
No, Busta's, I had issues also, and like you said, Busta's very, he does things on some, this is my brother.
His own time.
Yeah, no. There was issues with, you know, certain people, a certain person, sorry. And, you know, he found out and he comes to the office, he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, that's your man, bro. He was like, right there.
Make some noise for that.
He calls the guy right there, he's like, yo, bro. He's like, yo, bro, what are you doing, bro? It's family, bro, what are you doing over here, bro?
Where'd my man go? He left? Dude that was sitting here, the new Tuck.
We've been on a flight, so we've been up since Tuesday.
He ain't say goodbye. God damn.
He bounced.
He ain't here, but he ain't leave, but he here.
Are you talking about driver?
Yeah.
Your driver?
I got a fake driver.
Gotta make sure we out here. Keep the
Fake driver.
But the thing is, and my point, right? There's a lot of people that have pulled strings and made things happen, and you'll never hear from them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? So, like when you're talking about Dame at a point in my life did a lot for me. I love the guy.
Are you fucking with the new Dame right now?
I haven't been in touch with him in a long time. We fell out some years ago.
You should call him.
But the thing is, Dame has some family members from the other side. And all you know is him because he's loud. But you know Darren Chandler, Darren's brother Bubby,
my brothers,
Homicide from the Bronx. Like Dame got some real family members.
Forget about the chief. Can't forget about the chief.
How you know about the chief? You from the Bronx?
Keep my mouth.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me give you the chief. Let me give. That's funny you said. That's crazy. So now, here's the chief. The chief is Darren's father.
No,
so in every family,
Darren Dash?
the cousin.
The cousin.
Right.
Okay.
So Darren Chandler, he is probably the most important person behind Dame that you'll never know, and you will never see who he is. You won't speak. He's in the cannabis business now, right?
Yep.
Making a bunch of bread. He knows who he is.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Right? This guy's father was that guy for the family.
Right.
So when Dame's mother passed,
The patriarch.
matriarch.
Matriarch would be the mother,
no. When he said Dame Mom.
So when Dame's mother passed,
I don't know this one.
the chief took them in his home. When anybody else in the family had kids that needed shelter.
Right.
The chief took them in. It's Darren's father. Dame is Ivy League educated. Dame reads a book a day. Dame grew up playing lacrosse. Dame is that guy. He's not a street guy. Harlem is the only connection to the street he has ever had because of where he lived. But out of that house came Darian Dash, who went into technology. You remember Darian?
My nigga.
Stacey Dash, who's Darian's brother, who went on to acting, to Hollywood. Right?
Used to be my shorty.
And then Dame.
Used to be your shorty?
Darian Dash is my guy.
And then
That's my
Dame.
guy.
But all because of Darren's father.
The chief.
He's the one that took everybody out of that family that needed help. He helped everybody. It's funny, he says the chief. That's crazy. Nobody's ever gonna say that.
No, I respect everything you just said.
Nobody in this room is gonna say the chief. But that's what it is. So when you see Dame, like, Dame is loud and he's obnoxious, he's this, he's that, he's super smart, he means
Super
well.
intelligent.
He'll give you the shirt off his back. But his delivery is fucked up, it rubs people the wrong way. Great guy. I can't take nothing from him. Great motherfucker. You know what I mean? But his delivery rubs people the wrong way. But his family, bruh. Even Dame is the one that took me to the boxing gym and said, yo, anybody around me has to know how to fight. So everybody under Rockefeller's umbrella that ever boxed is because of Dame. Dame been boxing since he was 7. So you run up on Dame the wrong way. He's an anti-violent person, but you put your hands up, Dame gonna knock you the fuck out. I'm just telling you, that's just what it is.
He's right.
We had
Right?
an issue one time with Dame. At that time, Jacob was doing the Rockefeller pieces. So I think
Who was doing the Rockefeller?
Jacob at that time.
Yeah.
At that time, I think Cam just signed, I think, to Rockefeller, and they made us do it. You know, they made my family. We
You started making the rock.
we started making the rock piece.
I do remember this.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
It's,
I think I got a piece and I never
He
gave it
comes
back.
in there. He's fucking loud as. He's like,
Who?
Dame.
Okay.
He comes in and says, yo, it's my cousin, Avi. Yo, tell me who the fuck made this. Tell me who told you to make this. He's just like pressing him. It's on YouTube. You can see this fucking. I'm sitting there scrawny little kid, like, with my hat on. It was fucking. And he's like that. He's very presses, very smart. He is very fucking smart.
The thing is, I watch how everything unfolded, and people have to move on and grow, and you'll never know what their plight is.
All right.
But
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry. The whole thing about. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No problem.
The whole thing about when he's saying just now, you gotta cut him off and move on and this and that. The whole situation with that other guy that you mentioned. To me, you know, I was
Alex?
I was very, very. I took it to the heart. You know, because my brother passed away. He called me. He said, "Yo, I'm here for you." You understand? When somebody dies like that to you, and then you're supposed to be right there because you're always with us. We took you in, bring you everywhere, and introduce you to fucking as you know one of us because you wasn't one of us. We made you one of us. You understand? So that
shirt is a lot of money. That shirt, listen, that shirt costs a lot of money.
Nah,
I mean, there's a check. I'm just saying.
It's a few dollars.
You know why? Because I was looking for an outfit to wear to see you, right? I'm going, I gotta look right?
I tell you.
And I went on the Dior site. I'm like, I'm not spending that much money for that shit. This motherfucker comes through with a see-through Jamaican Dior shirt, right?
Let me tell you something. Yo,
I know how much that was, right?
Yo, Shawn.
It's a Jamaican shirt.
Shawn, I swear to God,
That's a Jamaican.
I was 12.
Listen, you have a Jamaican Dior shirt.
I grew up in Brooklyn, bro.
Listen,
I grew up in Brooklyn, my guy.
That's a Jamaican Dior shirt.
Yo.
How much you spend for that shirt?
I don't know, like 800.
No, that's not 800.
I don't know, something like that.
That is not an $800.
Yeah, I got a discount.
Listen, Tom. This is a fucking $3,000
No, it's
shirt.
not, bro. Definitely not.
No, I feel like
I'm gonna turn my back on him.
No.
I feel like you're right. I feel like you're right.
That's a $3,000
No, it's not.
Dior
Anyway,
shirt. All day.
this whole Jamaican stuff, it happened. I was 12 years old. Woman comes into the mall holding a baby, and she has the Jamaican cut, you know, those shirts.
They're called Nick Ganzis.
Nick Ganzi, she's wearing, holding the baby. Her nipples are sticking out like fucking bullets, and I'm like, I'm 12. I'm like, what? My dad comes out of nowhere, hits me in the back of the head. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm just staring. They were wearing that shit just like that in them day back.
Yeah, but not to interject. It's $3,000.
No, it's not. It's 800. It's $920. I promise you. I can Google it for you. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Good.
What he was saying is absolutely right, and I learned to, you know what, let it go. You know, just
you gotta let it go.
You did your, you understand? Because you know what I mean. Because it was just funny how, you understand, guys just come into your life and they just slither their way into, you know, where they are, and when they're on,
slither their way into who you are,
into who people think they are, into who they think they are. You understand what I'm saying? And literally on, you understand, some other shows and talking about, people are asking them like, yo, how'd you get on? You know, you're talking about real estate.
Yo, listen.
Yo, so I just want to say, sorry, Shawn. I just want to say that you're right about that. You put good out there, and God, you'll get it right back.
Nori runs 5 miles on the sand every morning. Do you know what running 5 miles is? Listen, 5 miles is, this motherfucker runs 5 miles every day on the sand. When you have a boxer, you train a boxer, you bring him on the sand because it makes your feet heavy. Yeah. So when you get in the ring, your feet are light from running on the sand. Right. Look, he's just gonna agree with me, right? So we connected on the phone, and I'm listening to him. I ran 5 miles once, right, with Dame by accident, right? And I got on the phone with him, and he's like, "Oh no, I run 5 miles every morning on the sand. I live in Miami." I'm like, what?
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was following a lot of people,
I eat whatever I want.
When I was following a lot of people, and I stopped following people, you started running and you're posting the shit on your stories and stuff. I swear, I used to smoke cigarettes because of your because of your whole thingamajig over there. You're running. I stopped. I swear.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I swear, I stopped. That's a true story. Yo, that's a true story, bro. I'm dead ass. I'm not lying to you.
Listen,
I stopped because of that.
Hey, but I love. Listen, I did not get the jewel from you. But I had a Newport cigarette. You ever see my Charles?
I saw you. I know you always in master smoking. You're like, yo, where the cigarette at? Going outside the store smoking like crazy, coming back in. Yo, 5 minutes later, I need to go smoke again.
You know, the thing is,
crazy.
With you and I, we connected on the phone.
Man, you my nigga, like on the side.
Right. And
so sorry.
You know,
in case niggas don't know.
No, and they don't know.
We don't give a fuck if they know.
They see you, but they don't see me. Ever. You're never gonna see me. Right.
Fucks with you.
So after this interview, I'm going back in my hole. Going back in my bunker.
No, please say everything you need to say. You have to, because I'll be honest. Twitter's my most negative conversation, right? So when I go to Instagram and I say, I got such and such, so when I say, yo, I got little Shawn here, right? I say, yo, I got little Shawn tomorrow. Everybody said, is that the nigga that robbed Tupac?
I can't with this. Yo.
You know you my brother. I'm not trying to give you anything, but that's exactly what they said. So
he just made the record very clear. Yeah.
I want you to tell these niggas no.
You know, look, for me, right?
Yes.
Even doing Behind the Smoke, right? And my guys know.
That's your own shit.
Yeah, I've never done anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. I didn't come home. I didn't get back to music. I didn't find an artist. I didn't produce. I didn't write for nobody. Right. I just was done with the music industry. I don't go to puff parties. I don't do none of that shit.
I go to puff parties sometimes.
Nobody sees me. Well, you can't.
The nigga invite me to the new shit. I don't know.
There you go. Right. Well, you on my right?
They did invite me. I'm lying.
So for me, I wasn't interested in none of those things.
But definitely did not.
You already know. But you know. You. What do you think? What you think?
I don't think anything.
But what do you think? Do you think I would stick up somebody for their jury?
No, I don't think that.
There you go.
But I know you.
But see, here's the thing. You're talking about people that you're corresponding with that don't know you, they don't know me.
But
they're
I'm not
going
asking
by
for me.
No, listen.
asking for
Right,
the people.
but here's the thing.
The audience.
They're going by what they think. I don't care what a motherfucker think. If a motherfucker got a problem with me and he feel froggy, he got late. But I'm gonna pop his top.
But you definitely didn't rob me.
You already know.
I just gotta ask.
But you know.
I know for me.
I did it. I did it.
You thought he robbed?
No, I did it myself.
But what do you think? What do you think?
No, I want.
But what do you think?
I'm 1,000,000% knowing you as a brother.
There you go.
I know that you mean it.
So for me, you know, you hear Nori constantly mentioning this.
No,
right?
I love who you are.
Listen, imagine
Definitely
that.
didn't know who you were back then.
Imagine that.
Your waves are spinning now.
You see them shit? I'm working.
I don't know who you were back then. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
But imagine that happening in the federal system. See, when you in jail and that's coming at you.
Right.
See, a lot of guys go to jail and they become Muslim for protection. I'm a Christian.
I feel like we should make some noise.
Right? So, if there's anyone that was in jail with me from 98 to 2003, they only gonna tell you one of two things. And you can ask Emery. Bang. I came home on a Tuesday. I had a fight Saturday night. I fought to the door. It's just who I am.
We don't need to fight no more.
No, but I'm just saying, hey, listen, I don't, but I will.
Push come to
It
shove.
don't matter. But I'm just saying,
It is what it is.
that thing has followed me and has plagued me
Tupac
forever,
Robbery.
all day, forever.
No, this is the reason why I want you to just
Clarify it.
Yeah.
clarify.
Listen, bro, let me tell you something, champ. You see me? This is the first interview I've ever done in my life.
Are you my friend? I know you did it for me. I'm honest. You're my friend.
Well, no, I can't say that.
You can't?
No, hell no. Him initially.
Whoa.
Come on, give me some vibe, cuz.
You know why? Because while I know you, we're not in touch.
We're not.
Me and him,
Him.
every other day on Instagram.
Once he told me, he said, Little Shawn, I said, it's my nigga.
Right.
Let's go.
See, the dynamic between you two. I don't know him. Never heard of him. I don't even know how you two got together. I don't want to know. Cool.
Who gives a fuck?
But
It's like a joke.
I see the show and I see him on camera and I'm like, okay, who is
He's a
this
real
guy?
nigga.
And I look into his past and I'm like, good motherfucker. And then we connect through DM. I know you, we're good.
No.
I don't have to work on that, right?
Yeah, that's
And then I let him know, it's my guy.
yeah.
He already knew.
No, he knows. He knows.
So this motherfucker is so important to this platform. And a solid, see, we used to an industry. See, the industry is not about us anymore. It's about us now because of your reinvention. And when a motherfucker comes on this, they don't even know Capone and Noriega.
Right.
They don't know about the snipes that was
Capone,
on
my guy,
light
that's
poles
my
and
guy.
all that shit, right? Wanted posters and all that kind of shit. They don't know that when they sit down with you. They just know Drink Champs, Nori, right? They don't know Nori. So when you ever hear any kind of street shit connected to Nori, you're like, the same Nori?
Because I'm
Right?
happy. Yeah.
Because he's happy now.
Yeah.
Right.
But I must
He's
say,
right. That's right.
there was a time when he did the moonwalk. You know? And you know what I'm talking about? Yo, listen, I'm on the internet. I see everything.
No.
It's what I do every morning, right? So now I'm selling these meal plans. I can't even move out the house until I fulfill these orders, right? They're coming in. And I get on one day and I see somebody pissed him off. And he did a video. And he said, what? Got me fucked up. pull up. You got me all the way fucked up. You're a chick? I'm not fucking with you. Go get some niggas. Because this is who I really am. And I said, you know what? I respect who he is now. I love the reinvention. I love what he's doing. But I really embrace this. Because it still exists.
I'm not a sucker.
I fell in love.
Sucker,
listen,
man.
I loved you more.
Thank
when
you,
I saw because
and
that side came out.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I watched that shit 3 times and I said, this motherfucker, I fucks with this dude. Because this is what I'm doing, but don't get it fucked up. You got me mixed. You wasn't even born yet, right? But you got me all the way mixed. This is who I am, and I can revisit that, and I can't wait.
This nigga got me locked.
Yo, you came out of character. You know that, right?
I didn't want to.
How many phone calls did you get?
I got. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I got so many phone calls, but the one phone call that meant the world to me was my brother Deuce.
Ooh.
And when Deuce called me and said, "Don't you ever send you by yourself?" Because I was like,
he said, I'm by myself.
I'm solo.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You got
my
me fucked
brother,
up.
my
You're
brother
a chick.
Deuce said,
we're not gonna do that. Go find some niggas. Yeah, where you at now? This is where I'm at. What? You don't know? And I said, yeah.
My brother called me, and listen, and I'm gonna be honest, cause I was just so stoked out.
You spazzed.
I was so stoked out.
Bro, you haven't been that person.
I never was that person. I wasn't that person, but
no. You used to be that person.
So he called me and he said, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but if you think you by yourself, you're not.
Bruh, listen to me.
And
God
from
bless,
that moment on,
God bless Deuce. I respect him.
No,
however,
he right here. He ain't there.
Who? Wait, who?
He right here. Oh shit! What the fuck is that? Yeah, that nigga out here smoking a cigarette.
Listen.
Yeah.
You know, and
nigga,
it's okay.
Yes.
You're human. It's okay. We know. Yeah, I know. But we know you didn't want to do that.
Right.
But at a point, and you tried to deflect and you ignored, and it wouldn't work, and it got heavy. And you're in the media space, right? So you gotta protect your brand, right? And you said, what? Got me all the stop. We gonna stop this shit now. And it stopped as soon as you did that.
As soon as I did that,
because a motherfucker said, you know what? I might not want that problem.
I don't think they want this problem.
I know they don't want this problem. I know
Tony Dredd, you see Tony Dredd?
You see, for me,
this is Tony Dredd. This is my big brethren.
Queens?
No, Brooklyn. Tony Dredd.
Where? What part? Crown Heights, where?
Franklin, Northern Avenue, St. George, Prospect.
All right, stop. How old are you? We know each other. And we don't know each other. But we know each other. And that's how Brooklyn is.
That's how Brooklyn is.
I'll tell you a funny story, right? I'm at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia. And I'm with Charlie Mack.
From Philadelphia.
Yup. Charlie Mack is
Shout out
Will
to Charlie
Smith's
Mack.
right-hand
Yeah,
man.
he was on Drink Champs.
He's on Drink Champs.
With Tony.
Tony Yale, in my mind.
No,
Let's
bro.
go. Somebody who has
Tony
cocaine.
Tony Rock.
Tony.
So Charlie Mack is on my right. The stage is right there. We're backstage. We could see who's performing. It was a Meek Mill's concert. Meek Mill's and Friends. A couple years ago, right?
In Philadelphia.
Yep. And Fab is getting ready to go on stage. He's standing right here with his security. His brother, Paul Kane. I know his brother. He sees me, we speak, embrace, cool. Charlie is sitting there waiting for me to speak to Fab. I don't know Fab. We never formally been introduced. Charlie from Philadelphia, he doesn't understand that. He's in Brooklyn. And we think everybody from Brooklyn knows each other. Not true.
That's like kind of racist.
It is. It's geographical.
Geographical
Same thing
racism?
goes in jail.
It's geographical
right?
racism. Okay.
And he's like, yo, you don't see Fab right there? I'm like, yeah, I don't know him. He's like, how you don't know Fab? I'm like, he's younger than me. I don't know him. I know who he is. I don't know him personally. So Charlie goes to Fab, yo, you don't know Lil Shawn? And super innocent. I would have stopped him had I seen him doing that. And he said, Fab said, of course I know who he is. We haven't been introduced. Right?
That's fair.
Charlie said, well, let
shit.
a Philly guy introduce two Brooklyn guys. He introduced me and Fab.
That's dope.
And we met. And I had to explain to Charlie, Brooklyn is different.
Leave Fab alone.
No, Fab's great.
In my mind, Fab didn't show you no love.
No. Listen.
I want to know what happened this month.
So I had to tell Charlie, in Brooklyn, if there isn't a problem, there will never be a problem.
That's hard.
You see, in Brooklyn, we want to knock off the next nigga. Queens embraces their OGs. In Brooklyn, we don't. We want to knock them down.
Damn. Y'all some foul ass motherfuckers.
We don't respect where we came from in Brooklyn culturally.
Right.
Queens honors the person that came before them, which is why you still have respect for Wise. Supreme from the Supreme team, my guy. All of these old school guys. Queens, they want to party and get money. Harlem parties and gets money. Queens, we tear people apart. Brooklyn, we tear people apart.
Brooklyn.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie. In the Bronx, I had to tell them too. In the Bronx, in my opinion, they do too. They do like big people up. In my opinion.
Big people up or break them apart?
No, big them up. Like I'm gonna be honest.
But you have respect for your OGs in Queens, and that's why he's sitting there. And he's not even from Queens.
No.
He's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, all of it. Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, all they all.
But you from Queens.
Yes, and I love you.
So I know Ron, Archie, all these guys, all of Wise's babies.
My God.
I know all of them. And
I'm their baby brother.
Exactly.
And you know what? I appreciate being their baby brother. How about that?
Come on.
Like there's so many people that like they be like, oh, so I don't. No, I want to be your baby brother. Like I appreciate that.
You see, when you're finished with whatever it is you're doing, which is your journey in life, all of you people in this room, everybody here, right? You know, you're only as good as your journey.
Wow.
And whether you help people or you tore people down, you're going to be a product of whatever you produced. And for me, if we were cool at one time and we're not now, I don't really have anything disparaging to say about you.
No animosity.
No.
But you're the only guy that I know that knows Tupac and Biggie. How did you meet Tupac?
I met Tupac haphazardly.
What?
Haphazardly.
Like it shouldn't have really happened. Yeah.
By accident.
All right, let's talk about
I wasn't brought somewhere to be introduced to him. I was someplace he was.
Already. Yep. He's already? Yeah. And in Coyo Taco.
And we met.
Coyo Taco.
And that's
Binga.
We met.
He was in Wynwood?
So
Art Basel?
It wasn't no elaborate. This is Lil Shawn, and you got, because in my mind, like you say, in my mind, I was a gangster.
Not in your mind,
For the cameras, no, it's true. For the cameras, I was a rapper.
Right.
But Pac had to realize that though.
No. He had no idea who I was. The dude never knew who I was.
He didn't know you as a rapper or a street dude.
Nothing. Didn't know
This is so
who
awesome.
I was.
I'm being honest.
He didn't know who I was. I understand.
For Drink Champs,
You telling me the dude didn't know who I was.
You was just a random dude to him.
Listen, you know who I was because you're local. But you're local. If you was from, listen, if you're not from LA, you don't know who Richie Rich is in Oakland. But Oakland knows who Richie Rich is. Richie Rich was that guy. He was the first E40.
I mean,
nothing.
I beg to differ, man, because I'm in Miami and I knew who Richie Rich was in Oakland.
But you're from Miami. We from New York.
So you saying you guys was just not wanting to know who the fuck everybody else was?
No, I'm saying what he's saying with Pac. is I could see that. I could see.
No, I could get it. But I think Pac was a student of the game. I felt like he would know who you
Listen,
were.
but I hadn't gone gold. I agree.
I also agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like he would know.
No, man. Listen, there are people that didn't know to this day that Nori was with. It was Capone and Noriega. You know how many people don't know that?
I respect that.
Yo, listen, me and Mayor argued the other day.
There's a lot of people who don't know.
Me and Mayor argued the other day. And he's like, people know. I'm like, no, you know. And you just argue with what you know.
It's true.
It's not common knowledge. Right. He's like, your followers know. I'm like, nah. I got people hitting
I'm gonna
me
be
now.
honest. I'll give you something better. I forget what it was, but the last thing that it was, they was like, yo, Nori's there. But what we were saying was, Nori
makes tacos.
Yeah, but I make tacos by myself. They say, yo.
Even better for him. And I know this is your show, I'm not trying to
No,
take
you
over.
my nigga. Go ahead.
But he's doing Drink Champs, right? A lot of people are not on the internet, so there are a select few of people that don't know what Drink Champs is.
Absolutely,
okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But the people that know. And then when you tell somebody, you're like, oh shit, I put them on to Drink Champs. And once they're on, they start going to past episodes.
Right. They've been watching.
Fucked up.
But now, he came in the game as Capone and Noriega.
Right.
Then he went solo.
And what?
We blame him for reggaeton.
And then y'all niggas love me for that shit,
Right?
right? Now y'all love me.
Oh shit, I always like it. But he started reggaeton. And I say it, I pronounce it correctly.
You did pronounce it pretty damn
Because
good.
people think I'm Dominican, I'm not. Reggaeton, right? But after reggaeton,
right?
Yo, you are Cuban.
you see, right? And then he does Drink Champs. There are some people that only know Capone and Noriega.
Right.
That's
What?
Nah, that's a fact.
And then there are only people that know Daddy Yankee, reggaeton. Then there are only people that know Drink Champs.
Right.
Now you're dealing with three different people.
He's right.
And when you consolidate,
People hit you and go, oh shit, I didn't know you were the. I'm selling meal plans on Instagram. And people are going, I didn't know you were the one that did. And then they'll come back.
after this, they didn't know you were the one that robbed. Oh my God.
You say he robbed Tupac?
No.
Why did they say
And then they'll come back.
We never negotiated.
Negotiated.
Did you rob Tupac?
We're 3 hours into this. He didn't do it, man.
Sean, don't tell him you bring this stuff to me.
We gotta take a picture and we gotta get
No,
out.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Because your name is synonymous
No, it's not.
Matter of fact,
Holy shit,
I'll do one
Pops.
better.
with the robbery of
Listen.
Tupac.
So I come home from jail, right? I get a phone call. And they're like, you know, I'm doing a Biggie movie. And
Security guard to call you?
nope.
From Coyo.
Nope. No, he said
Roma,
call you.
it's
See,
Coyo
you
time.
keep hearing Spanish. From Coyo, right? No,
He
it's
said it
Coyo.
first.
Good.
So he's like, we're shooting on X, Y, and Z. Come meet us here tomorrow. I want to show you some shit. So I go to the set. And he's like, out of respect, we want to make sure you're okay with this.
Right.
And if you're not, it's out. This is the Notorious movie.
It's about you, this scene.
It's your scene where you robbed Tupac.
Jesus.
Why you keep saying that, man? Hey,
I didn't say that. I said that out loud.
come on, man. You had to clear that up before we wrap.
That's not me.
No,
Definitely
hey, you know what? Let's take a picture and
No, you
no
definitely-
clearing out.
Listen, you definitely didn't rob Tupac.
Listen, me robbing Pac is like me robbing you.
No,
Would I?
He didn't rob Tupac,
definitely
bro.
didn't rob me.
Would I?
You definitely didn't rob me.
What would you think? Would you think I would rob you?
I don't think you will rob me, but
Did
I'm
you?
gonna be honest. I'm not from Oakland.
Doesn't matter.
From Oakland.
What do you think?
I don't think you would rob me, but I think you would rob Tupac. I'm just throwing.
Because he's from Oakland?
You think I would?
I think you would.
You think so?
A little bit. A little bit.
What would make you think that I would?
Yo, man, we can't have this psychiatric treatment right now, bro.
What would make you think I would?
Your fade.
My fade?
He said the waves.
Your fade makes you feel like you gonna get in there. No? No?
Never.
Never.
Listen. So they called me to the set.
Right.
And it's the dudes that's producing the film. And they're like...
Poetic Justice?
No.
No, not Poetic Justice.
No, it's Boys in the Hood. How about that?
Boys in the Hood. Let's go.
So I see this shit. And whoever they have playing me has a speaking role.
Right.
And I read this shit and I'm like, nah.
But they got the Yalo playing the Yalo?
I'm like, y'all gotta get that out. What the fuck is y'all?
You don't like the way that they sing?
I just don't like none of that shit.
Any of it.
Like, don't have none of that shit connected to me, right?
I respect
Like,
that.
take it all out.
And they take it out.
I respect that.
So now when you go back and look at the Notorious movie, in the scene where the robbery happens,
Right.
there's a light-skinned guy with freckles and a gray sweatshirt.
Is that you?
That's supposed to be me. No speaking part. It was Mark Pitts.
Oh, shit.
Wait. Wait.
Man,
I'm gonna take a piss. No,
I'm taking a piss too.
No, if we take a piss, we taking a picture and we leave it. Before everybody takes a piss.
But please, tell these niggas. So you said
Mark Pitts
Mark Pitts is the one. Mark Pitts and his cousin Wayne Barrow are the ones that spearheaded.
Great way to pour that.
Time for that, goddammit. Look up. They're the ones that did the Notorious film.
yes, we knew that.
And Miss Wallace has always been connected to them, so they've always been moving in Big's best light in his absence.
Right.
So she trusts them first,
Right.
right? And they called me to the set, and they showed me what they were doing. I'm like, nah, that's not me. And they took that shit out. So when you watch the Notorious movie, there's a guy playing me, and you would never know that that's supposed to be me.
Right.
It's a kid, light-skinned kid with a gray sweatshirt with hoodie, freckles on in his face.
But you canceled the lines
Early.
Right. So the persona, but the lines are out.
Gone.
Right.
And you just see this guy, and nobody knew. Go ahead.
This is so hard. This is so beautiful. I love this. Continue.
You see, now you have people that come on the show and they just blah blah blah, and I have not been reachable at all.
Nah.
You have never been with you.
Right?
Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
You can't find me.
I can't find you. In my mind, you my trainer.
But if you go to him,
I feel like I could find you. I feel like I could find you.
But him, he's on me whenever he wants, right?
He's a great guy. Such
Right?
a great guy.
Love this guy. But now I sit and I watch your show. Everybody you have on. The best episodes that you've ever had have been Irv Gotti.
I've heard that a lot.
Hilarious. Yo, bro, super entertaining. He's funny as shit. Look.
I love him.
Nah, he's been great, man. He's been great.
No,
great
that
to
is
us.
one of the
Listen,
that
listen.
is one of the best.
Hilarious, right?
To us. He's been great to us.
But now, I saw you interview Praz.
Right. That's the same episode with Chuck, isn't it? No.
I saw you interview Praz.
Oh no, it isn't. It's the same time frame.
And I watched it in its entirety, right? And he called my name. And I'm like,
He did call you in.
why would you call my name?
What'd he say?
He said that he was with Tupac the night that he got robbed and shot and da-da-da-da.
Definitely did
And
say
he
At Quad?
said, yeah, I got it on my phone. He said, yo,
No, he definitely did say
he
that.
said, you remember Lil Shawn? Listen, Praz is a piece of shit.
Coño.
Right?
That one left really quick.
Right? And the thing is for me, right? For me,
Was not ready.
if you call my name, I'm like, damn, pass me $100 grand. Why you even talking about me?
Right.
When was the last time you saw me? I never liked you. I never spoke to you. You don't have to know me. Why you on Drink Champs? a platform that gets this amount of views per episode, why call my name? I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not selling anything. Why me? Leave me out of your mouth. You don't know me, champ, right? And when I catch you, I might put blood in your mouth, right? I'm not safe. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm watching the episode and I'm listening to this dude call my name, and then it's lies.
He did call your name?
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna rewind.
It's lies connected to it, right? And I'm like, first of all, what you're saying is incorrect. That's number one. It's a lie. And you're doing that because the camera's on. Number two, bruh, Tupac didn't leave you to come to the studio. He was at Ron G's house doing a mixtape, you fucking sucker. And when I catch you, I'm gonna put blood in your mouth, right? That's my thing. And then you have a case looming over your head for embezzling money, you fucking sucker. You dig? Cool out. Be cool. Talk about you, don't talk about me. You not that guy. Be cool. You was with the Fugees. Y'all sold the most records in hip hop. Talk about that. I didn't sell no records. I got checks. I grabbed bags. There's no reason to mention me at all. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want you calling my name. So if you're on a platform after selling 20 million records, it's something about you that ain't right. And when I catch you, but you get on this platform and you talk about how you were broke because you didn't produce music like White Platform, you didn't write music like Lauren, and then when the group disbanded, you were stuck and left alone, and you didn't have no way to get any money, and you started embezzling bread. And you had to borrow money from street niggas, and niggas caught you and smacked your head off in a car for 75 grand. Talk about that. Because you won't hear it from me, but when I catch you, put blood in your mouth. So when I watched the Drink Champs and I heard my name, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, people still thinking about me?
You know what it is.
Taking the picture.
In a great way. Come on.
Taking the picture?
Oh, sure.
Taking the picture.